Arlington, Philadelphia. A Beasley Media Group station. Home of the most entertaining sports talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
Good morning. Thought I'd help you wake up.
It's 6 a.m. and you're listening to The John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Let the party begin!
The show starts now.
It most certainly does. Your Tuesday morning gets off to a great start, hopefully, with the John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. Very clean show today. Expecting it to be very clean.
Why?
Because it's 4:09.
You and your numbers.
Show 4:09.
I would have never. I could have looked at a calendar or the date 100 times and never put that together.
Well, is 4:09? It's our 409th edition of the John Kincade Show.
I think that's fallen in the popularity ranks.
Is 4:09 even a product now?
Probably, yeah.
I don't remember seeing it, and I don't remember seeing it in our house. Christina's a big Clorox person.
Yeah, we use the Clorox.
Like, she likes the Clorox foaming one.
Yeah,
she likes
409
the
still a thing.
All that.
It still exists. I bet it still exists.
Yeah, it does. I have an Amazon
It
link.
might still there. The 6 a.m. hour is brought to you by our friends at something that does exist. And I know it because I had a great shower this morning. Bradford White Water Heaters. Bradford White is here for the pro. Love our folks at Bradford White. And when that hot water hits, it is awesome. It's strange that the feeling I had this morning, what was the good feeling I had today? Trying to have my Bob Cooney thought of the day was the Phillies are playing tonight. And I missed them last night.
Yeah, right.
And I went to bed way early. Just saying, okay, I have no reason to stay up, so I'm going to go to bed early and try to get myself some extra sleep. Because there was nothing last night to stay up for.
Oh, sure there was. Bear Grylls. He's the best. That's my Monday show. You go from Gordon Ramsay cooking out in the jungles and stuff like that to Bear Grylls. That's my Mondays when there's no sports action.
Next time Shaquille's on, ask him about him. Because when he did the Bear Grylls with him, Shaq couldn't believe that it was all real.
Oh, yeah. Ashton Kutcher was the celebrity last night.
Are these like current episodes?
Yeah. Yeah, these are, yeah.
He's still alive.
He's still doing it. Yeah,
Okay.
he's still doing it.
Yeah, and it's pretty cool. I was going to make it a subject today, wondering if you guys could challenge yourself at something, because these people are really challenging themselves. You know, what would it be? Like, what kind of? You know, we talk about the Broad Street Run, 10-mile run, something like that.
No chance ever.
Yeah,
You could do the Broad Street Run.
I hate running.
Yeah, but you could do.
I don't want to.
You could do run, jog, walk.
Yeah, I don't want to.
You just refuse to do it.
I will never do any running event.
I don't want to. I love that. It's like a little kid. I don't want to.
They took if Shaquille will tell us the story, I think they took 2.5 hours to film the very first opening where Shaq had to jump out of a helicopter as part of the thing. That was part of the thing.
I would love to do that.
Bear and him had to jump out of a helicopter into water.
And that's how they started last night.
And it took Shaq 2.5 hours to get the guts up to jump out of the helicopter.
Do you know what the height was?
I think they
Like
probably
100
60 feet. 70 feet.
Yeah.
70 feet, maybe?
Yeah.
7 stories. I think it was 7 stories high or something like that. But they wanted to go higher. But he literally was saying, ain't doing it. Can't do it. But he had agreed, like, hey, this is what we're going to do.
Yeah.
And had a great time with it. So
Over 70 feet would be a bit of a bug out.
70.
70's
7
intense.
stories tall.
What's the Rick's Jamaica cliff jump? I think that's like 40.
Rick's is like, yeah.
And that was a lot.
Rick used to be on Wide Water Sports when we were little, remember? The cliff diving?
The cliff
Do they
diving.
still have
Oh,
it?
yeah, in
They used to
Acapulco.
do that.
They're famous cliff divers. And Rick's has the guys that climb up in the
Rick's-
trees
well,
and
it's
then
amazing.
dive. It's amazing.
Why?
Rick's
Because it looks
Rick's
fun
is
if you
awesome.
can do it.
Go
No,
to-
I mean for them. Like, why are you
You know
doing
why?
that?
Like, who comes up with the idea that you can do that?
Live on an
Because
island
aren't
long
you
enough.
afraid? Yeah, but aren't you afraid? Exactly. I'm always afraid and you watch the people at Rick's in the grill, you watch them jump, and I always think they're going to fall back into the rocks.
know.
They never do.
No.
But
Plus, you got to take the wind into factor and all. And
Oh, no.
It's like you had a line last week. It was National Oyster Day. And you said you'd love to meet the guy that found an oyster in the ocean. The first one opened up and said, ooh, let me try to eat that.
Yeah, that looks
Let me
good.
eat
That's
that.
snot in a shell.
It's disgusting. Hey, we have a morning mind bender from Coach to get your Tuesday morning started. The average family has 15 of these in their kitchen right now. What are they?
I'm going to go spoons.
Oh, that's weird. I put knives.
I'm going to go.
I think there's
But
more
that's-
spoons than knives because of serving spoons, right?
The average family has
Actually, steak
15 of
knives,
these.
yeah.
I don't know. That's a tough one.
Condiments.
Tupperware containers.
Ooh, that's,
that's
a
a
good
good
one.
That's
one.
good, Pat.
That's a good one. Coach?
They're all tremendous answers, but
None of them
they're
are
all
right?
incorrect. It's things hanging on their refrigerator.
No, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we probably have about 15.
I have more than that.
Yeah, we used to have more than that, but this refrigerator doesn't hold it except on
We
the
got
side.
one. We have one thing on the fridge. Betty left us little things in envelopes, and she left a refrigerator magnet for Olivia. And we hung it up on the thing because the message on there, I think she wanted her granddaughter to embrace. That you put yesterday behind you, and you look to today. You can't fix yesterday.
Yeah.
So go fix today. Go do what you got to
Yeah,
do
15
today.
sounds about right, though.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
No, that sounds like my nightmare.
Oh, well, when we had
That
kids'
sounds like my
schedules
absolute nightmare.
and pictures and save the dates and weddings coming up, all
yeah.
that stuff.
Nowadays, though, a lot of the, I don't think ours takes magnets.
Our old one didn't.
Like ours on the side doesn't take magnets, and it's also in like a cabinet. Like you slide it in so it's in like a wooden,
Yeah.
almost like a cabinet.
We're getting a
So
new
you
one
wouldn't even be able to
soon.
see it. You
Can't
getting a
wait.
new one? Good.
Can't wait.
Good,
I hate
good,
my
good,
current
good.
fridge.
You don't like it?
No.
Well, you have so many of those hot sauces.
Yeah.
You need that. So, listening yesterday to the radio station and then listening to even SportsCenter last night was still leading with the whole Pete Rose stuff and everything. And I just had a thought that I wanted to get out and have a discussion with the guys about it. I don't think morality and sports intertwine well. The Pete Rose story created a ton of vitriol in the last few days. And I'm not saying it's unjustified. I completely respect and understand those who believe Pete Rose is a creep, because I think Pete has given you quite a bit of data to have that opinion. But I believe a lot of people that I go see in movies are creeps. I believe a lot of athletes that I've seen over the years and cheered for are creeps. I also will continually believe that many sports fans are completely hypocritical when dealing with their favorite players' behaviors. We've had two examples here recently. So is Kobe Bryant not a creep? Is he not a creep with his activities? If you need to go link to the LA Times and go read what Kobe was involved in and what he agreed that he did and how he conducted himself, is he not a creep, or is Pete Rose a creep? But because the girl was 19 in Colorado, that's okay. If Allen Iverson isn't a creep, where in the biography it's well detailed that he was threatening to have his wife killed. I mean, where do we draw the line on, well, we like this athlete and we celebrate that guy, he's a Philly guy, or we love him, but he's a creep and he does creepy things, or he's done bad things in his past. We dealt with that with Odubel Herrera, who people pretty much had a parade that he's out of town. I just wonder where the line. I don't believe morality in sports play well. There are actors and actresses that I cannot stand what they represent, but I find them to be amazing actors and actresses. There are musicians that I don't like what they stand for or stuff that they've been involved with, but I love their music. I don't know if it's just me, but I've never had a problem drawing the line between, okay, I like their talent, but I don't like them. And I've never, ever had a problem that there be any delineation between the two. I don't know about you guys, and I don't know if personally that's just me and I'm the odd one with that mentality.
No, because I've never met the perfect person.
Absolutely not.
And I'm sure as hell not the perfect person. Look, I'm not making light of the things that you brought up at all. But I don't have a friend. I don't have a relative, hardly anyone in my life that hasn't done something wrong. Is it hypocritical that, you side with something or that you overlook something? I don't know. Is it wrong to hate on Pete Rose and not the other people you said? I don't know. What you look for from people that do wrong is some kind of an apology or changing the ways of their life or whatever it may be. Pete Rose certainly hasn't done that.
Settlement out of court,
Yeah.
like with some of these people.
Yeah, so look, there's no clear answer because, like I said, there's no perfect person in this world. So if you're going to latch on to somebody that's never made a mistake, God bless you, because I don't know anyone that has that, whether it be sports, whether it be people you work with, for people that are in your family. I don't know how to approach that.
I don't know about making a mistake, though. Like, I don't consider a lot of the actions that we're talking about making a mistake. I consider
there's small
nobody's
mistakes
perfect.
and big mistakes.
I mean, there are mistakes. A mistake is distracted driving and hitting someone with your car. Hitting another person at a car at an intersection. I think it's more mistakes. I don't look at some of these actions of these. There are numerous examples. We just watched this Deshaun Watson story. We were all unanimous in Deshaun Watson. That story turned us all off. We wanted no parts of it. But
I mean, one of my most despised people in sports is Ben Roethlisberger. I loathe the dude because of what he got away with. I loathe most people that do things that are just irrehensible. Odubel Herrera was just terrible at baseball on top of it. And I'm all for second chances for people, but when you suck at baseball, why am I giving you a second chance?
You're like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Me, if you're a bad actor and a bad guy, I don't want to see your movie. But if you're a really good actor and you're still a bad guy, I can put that aside. I can watch your movie.
Well, like Tom Cruise, I mean, for example, he's got the biggest blockbuster in the world right now, and he had Katie Holmes locked up in his house doing weird Scientology stuff. I still saw the movie.
Right.
That doesn't mean I like Tom Cruise.
I never understand where the line's drawn.
Well, one of my favorite athletes growing up was Charles Barkley, and that I'm not a role model thing stuck with me, and he kind of instilled in me early to separate the two. Like, there's the athlete that plays in between the lines of their respective court, rink, stadium, whatever, and then there's the person. A lot of these times, people are creeps. Baseball players are creeps. There's a lot of creeps in baseball. There's a high quota of creeps. It's hard because if you start drawing a line where, well, I can't cheer for this guy, you're not going to like half the athletes or half the movie stars. It's
Pat, where are you on this? Because
I am what you call a hypocrite.
So you are
100%. I pick and choose. I don't approve of what Brett Myers did, but in 2008, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't cheering for him.
He got a hell of a cheer at the parade too.
It's just the reality of the situation. I'm not proud of it, but it happened. Allen Iverson, like, the athlete was incredible. I try to separate the athlete from the person, but it's not easy. But I'm a hypocrite. Like, I'll own it.
But then do you choose to go to attack other athletes for what they do? Like Pete Rose. Well, like, how did you feel?
No, I didn't have.
You were very neutral on that.
Yeah, I didn't really have a take one way or the other. I don't approve of what he did,
but he's beyond a creep.
Yeah, like it's really
this
bad.
is consistent over decades.
Oh no, it is.
He's a degenerate creep.
He's not.
Yeah, like,
there's nobody. I didn't.
Like, he doesn't have remorse. Like, I believed at a later point in Allen Iverson's career, he had remorse about the way he handled himself. Pete Rose has shown you he has no remorse.
I don't think he cares one bit.
No, I don't think he gives a damn.
That quote was bad.
Yeah, and somebody like Odubel Herrera, okay, he was forgiven by his now wife.
Yes.
For what happened. He went through the protocols that he had to go through. I hate what he did,
and they went through
everybody
counseling
does.
together. Yes.
But yeah, he went through and did everything he had to do. Kobe Bryant, it appeared, with his wife, he straightened things out. He went to trial. That was horrific. But he turned. It seemed like he turned in, and her words, into a great father and husband and all. Like, the retribution thing is big, and
the redemption story.
Yeah, and Iverson with his wife, with the stuff that happened. Apparently throwing her out naked. I remember I was working at the paper at the time when all that was going down, and they got divorced. And later on in life, they got back together to being friends again, according to him, talking to him and all. So that's the obvious thing. That's the people that they hurt. They have to find retribution with. If they do it and do that the right way, I can kind of find forgiveness there because the people that they hurt found that forgiveness. So, Pete Rose, you're right. It's just a lifelong creep.
I mean, when you see Kurt Schilling, a guy that's kind of hated in this town and by a lot of his former teammates, tweeting about what a bad person Pete Rose is, you go, wow, this is a bad person. I mean, because that's a bad person calling another bad person a bad person. That's how you know it's bad. And, I've heard some stories from somebody that had recent encounters with Pete, and they were shocked at his lewdness and how little he cared about who was around him, what they heard, how inappropriate the conversation was. They said it was appalling. And this is a person that's a friend of mine that has a pretty good sense of humor and
doesn't.
For him to say that, it was like, whoa.
Interesting with what you think, too, if you want to share some of your thoughts on that. It was just interesting hearing all the different discussions and all the points. Martin Law is Philly's original law firm for injured workers. You can schedule a free consultation today at paworkinjury.com. If you have any thoughts about where you draw the line, personally, I think Bob's was maybe to me was the most compelling summary of just the idea of do you appear remorseful?
Yeah.
Have you done things to redeem yourself? Like Deshaun Watson settled out of court to avoid those things. That's exactly what Kobe Bryant did. He settled out of court to make sure that stuff never would get out and those stories. And I think we look at the two people differently.
Yeah,
and we look at them differently.
Yeah, you look at the latter part of Kobe's life with writing the book that he did, and the relationship that he had with his kids, and the glowing way his wife, while he was alive, talked about him,
and others too.
Yeah. So, look, we all do bad things. We all do things that we probably regret, and I don't think I know anybody in my life that I don't know that about. But it's just a way that you go about your life after that I guess you should be judged.
Hey, don't forget to check the daily air quality forecast. You need to do it today. Find out how you can help at www.airqualitypartnership.org. Today, Jamie, did you realize, I think they said, Karen Rogers told us this morning, I think we had a record. Since they've been tracking it, the heat indices was 92 at 4 a.m.
Oof. I walked outside and I was just like, this is disgusting.
It's disgusting outside.
Awesome.
But Karen can say anything.
Bob and Connor like it. So
I do. I really do. I mean, I'm not just saying that for. Right. I like walking out of the house and feeling the heat.
Hey,
stop it.
Jamie's going to talk later about the Eagles reportedly shopping for a running back. We're going to get to that story later. But I want to know something about conversations yesterday when Jamie questioned what the coaching staff might not dig about Miles Sanders. Well, we were discussing it and saying it appears the coaching staff, and now that if they're shopping for a running back, there's something they doubt about this guy. And I've done what Jamie's done a million times. I have done it a million times, so I'm not saying Jamie's doing something that I haven't done also. But why do we as media and the fan base think that we know enough about these guys as players and their work ethic and their intelligence and everything that we continually question coaching staffs on their evaluations? It's fascinating, and I still do it. Like, I still do this all the time. I'm not doing it in this case, and I don't know why I'm not doing it in this case because I've done it in other cases. But it very much appears that there's something with the coaching staff, is something they're not seeing that they don't really dig. And I wonder why we question them, considering they're the ones who see the entire picture and we see just a portion of the picture.
But he's the team's number one running back. What's changed?
Well, I think it's just
I think it's his availability is the biggest knock against him.
Do you think that's what it is?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's only played 12 games the last 2 years. He was a guy at Penn State that only played 1 year and never got above, I think, 22 carries. He's not your true workhorse running back. He's a number one running back, in my opinion, but he's not like that ground and pound. He's almost like a specialist.
Okay, well, if that was the case, why wouldn't they have addressed in the offseason when they had draft picks and plenty of opportunity to do so? Why wouldn't they have gone and done that then? And why would they be worrying about shopping for it the second week of August? And they are. It appears they are. There's enough NFL insiders that are saying the Eagles are making calls about it.
Okay, well, until it happens, nothing's changed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just wonder why now it's an urgency.
Well, having eyes on a guy, and I think we all know this from watching sports as much, You could have an outside media team come in and watch the Phillies and just say, man, what are they talking about Castellanos? Look at the way he's hitting the ball. We have eyes on him every day. We've seen the frustrations every day. Like, I might have coached a kid that I run a play for, and he runs it wrong every time. But his skill allows him to run it incorrectly and still come out with a positive result. As a coach, it might piss me off. But as fans, all you see is, what are you talking about? He just finished with a basket. So sometimes, what the fan sees is surface level. What coaches see is all the underneath. It could be good or bad for a player. Like Brett Brown, when I went to him and said, why the hell are you playing Amir Johnson over Rashawn Holmes? And he's just like, it's just a comfortability thing, Kuhn. And nobody saw it. And Pat and I talked about it endlessly. And it was wrong. He shouldn't have been playing him.
He was the only one that was comfortable with it.
But it was a case where when he had that position on the court, whether it was one of those two guys, Amir Johnson set better picks at better times than Rashawn Holmes. That's something the fans didn't see, but the coaching staff did. So having eyes on it more sometimes makes it unclear for a coach and clear for a coach, I believe.
Pat, why do we think we're smarter than the coaching staff? Because I know I do many, many times.
I'll tell you why. I played JV football for 2 years, so
there you go.
That's probably why. No, I think it's just the nature of our society in general. It's not just sports, but it's politicians. Now, unfortunately, it's doctors.
Right.
Teachers. Like, we're always nitpicking a profession that isn't ours because we think we know best. We might have read a very convincing Facebook article about a certain topic, and now we're an expert.
Some of my friends are epidemiologists. I didn't even realize.
Without going to medical school?
I didn't even realize.
It's crazy, right?
They must have picked it up on the side.
Yeah, there's good, interesting YouTube videos. But there's interesting YouTube videos over, any case regarding sports.
Right.
Pro Jalen Hurts, against Jalen Hurts. You can go on YouTube right now and find some guy breaking down tape, and he's going to make you think that Jalen Hurts is either the worst quarterback in the world or the best. But, yeah, you kind of have to take a step back every once in a while and go, maybe there's a reason why this is happening.
Counterpoint, like Jeremy Bloom, Levon Kirkland, fans are right sometimes, too.
Sometimes.
Oh, yeah. It's a
sure. Sometimes coaches get so watered down in their product that they can't see the 30,000-foot view.
And I think with Miles Sanders, with this coaching staff, it's his contract is the reason.
I think it's his availability.
No, but I think it's his contract is why they.
I think they're going to run him out this year and be done with them. Most likely, unless you can get him for $2 or $3 million. They may
break the wheels off him.
I mean, he's not a workhorse though.
Yeah, but they may try if he has success early on. They may.
They might.
They may
start
and that's why
using him a ton. If your kid's very talented at football, don't make him a running back.
I think they love Kenny Gainwell.
I think so. Did you see the shirt yesterday?
Yeah, I think they really like
Gainwell. I think it's an awesome running back room.
So do I. It was funny, your question of why are they shopping now this late? Because I think they have a good enough room where they could have done whatever they wanted. I like Sanders. I like Gainwell. Boston Scott gives you what he gives you.
As a
good running back.
So why do they need one?
It sounded like the guys they were looking at, or like maybe a Justice Hill type, like a true pounder, more Jordan Howard style. I mean, who knows?
More like a goal line back.
Yeah.
It seems as if they're looking for somebody to bury their head.
Boston Scott's your goal line back right now.
All right, we got the Scramblewood at Ramblewood coming up, presented by Corona Premier Tuesday, the 23rd of August at Ron Jaworski's Ramblewood Country Club in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. We hope that you are going to come on out, play golf with us, have fun. You can reserve your spot now at 97.5thefanatic.com, and portions of the proceeds benefit the American Association for Cancer Research. We love the AACR. Thanks to Steven Singer Jewelers, Copair, Ferguson HVAC, Everfresh Juices and Juice Drinks, and DryTech Waterproofing Solutions. We look forward to seeing you out there 2 weeks from today. Get yourself registered while spots are still available at 97.5thefanatic.com. So much coming up, including bundle up. Connor outside is going to be a real thing this winter. It's the John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic. I know H&H Heating and Air Conditioning took care of the Lynches. You've heard Jamie talking about it. And I know from the time we were building our house, H&H Heating and Air Conditioning helped us get set up. They are the best. And I can tell you right now, the supply chain shortages for materials are real. You don't want to take a chance on your home comfort. There are still many hot weeks left, and you know that a cold winter lies ahead. H&H has the inventory now. They can install now with savings up to $1,500 in rebates on qualifying systems. They also offer 0% financing for qualified buyers, so there's absolutely no reason to wait. What do I know about the Hoke brothers? I know they've been doing this since Villanova won their first national championship in '85. I know that they are Delco HVAC, but they're going to handle you in Montgomery County, Chester County, South Jersey, Delaware. You can count on H&H. DelcoHVAC.com is where you find them on the web. And I can promise you, if you need an emergency call, they will be there for you. And you'll see why H&H has over 1,000 five-star ratings online. And make it 2 more or 3 more. Coach, me, Jamie, we're all big advocates of H&H Heating and Air Conditioning. Go to DelcoHVAC.com.
The John Kincade Show.
You're a middle-aged man. You can't be a DJ.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic's 2022 Summer Golf Classic, the Scramblewood at Ramblewood, presented by Corona Premier. Tuesday, August 23rd at Ron Jaworski's Ramblewood Country Club in Mount Laurel, New Jersey.
Take a day off and spend it on the links with 97.5 The Fanatic.
Yeah, this ain't no Pro-Am. It's more like an Am-Am.
Dad, oh, he got all of that one.
Reserve your spot now at 97.5thefanatic.com. Portions of the proceeds benefit the American Association for Cancer Research. Support life-saving cancer research by making a donation to the AACR. Go to 975thefanatic.com/AACR.
97.5 The Fanatic's 2022 Summer Golf Classic, the Scramblewood at Ramblewood. Tuesday the 23rd at Ron Jaworski's Ramblewood Country Club in Mount Laurel, New Jersey.
Presented by Corona Premier, the exceptional light beer. Steven Singer Jewelers. Go to IHateStevenSinger.com.
And 97.5 The Fanatic.
It's in the hole. It's in the hole.
Philadelphia.
The summer heat means it's that time of year to crank up the AC again. To keep your home cooling more efficiently and save you on high energy bills, I suggest you go Guida and finally replace your old, drafty, inefficient windows and doors with my good friends at Guida Door and Window. Hi, it's Ricky Bowe, and right now, Guida is offering their best discounts of the year with their big 40% off summer sales event on all expertly installed windows and doors. You'll receive 40% off each window you buy. That's right, 40% off all high-performance, energy-efficient triple pane windows. And you'll receive 40% off any door, including insulated entry doors, patio doors, garage doors, and storm doors. Plus, get your project started today with no money down and the pay it off interest free for up to 12 full months. All prior sales excluded. Minimum purchase required. Don't let these big discounts pass you by. Go Guida today to take advantage of these limited time savings by calling to schedule a free in-home estimate at 1-877-GO-GUIDA or visit them at GoGuida.com. That's go, GUIDA.com.
Oh, are you seeing these readings? This is incredible.
Short-staffed, Marco's climate research facility is in the eye of the storm. The atmospheric pressure to find more weather specialists is mounting.
Man, this is going to be a big job. We're going to need a bigger team.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. We instantly connect you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Let's be real. Mopping is a hassle. You have to fill the bucket, pushing a wet, heavy mop around, then cleaning the mop when you're done so it doesn't grow bacteria. A hassle on top of a hassle. Try Swiffer WetJet. With Swiffer WetJet, you start with a fresh pad and cleaning solution every time. And when you're done, you just toss the pad. Swiffer WetJet, the faster, easier, cleaner way to clean your floors.
Kelley Blue Book is the one-stop shop for pricing, fixing, selling, and instant cash offering. Instant cash offer is exactly what it sounds like. An official offer to buy or trade your car. Just enter your VIN or license plate, answer a few questions about your car's history, and what kind of condition it's in. In minutes, you'll receive an offer to sell or trade your car that you can be sure is fair. Then choose a dealer to purchase your car and schedule a time to meet. For all of the its, KBB.com.
Progressive presents Don't Do It Yourself.
Okay, fixing a water heater. Easy peasy.
Oh, yeah? So you know how to secure the skiff joint?
Yeah.
Detach the steam pump?
Takes 2 seconds.
And fasten the dew bolt to the pressure tube?
Yeah, my dad taught me how to do that.
Oh, that's interesting, because I made all those things up. Look, we should just bundle our home and auto with Progressive. We could save big, then pay someone to do it for us.
That's cool. This double's the wrong size anyway.
Save when bundling home and auto with Progressive and use the money to, not do it yourself. Coverage from Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers. Bundle discount not available in all states or situations.
I always wanted to learn Spanish, but I never thought I'd have the time. Then I discovered Babbel.
Babbel's lessons are fun. They only take like 10 or 15 minutes, and in 3 weeks, presto, you're speaking another language, like magic.
I love that Babbel's lessons aren't just robots talking. They're voiced by native speakers, so you get the pronunciation just right.
If you want to learn a language, there's no faster, easier, better way than
Babbel.
Babbel.
Babbel. Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's BABBEL.com. Babbel.com.
Just like that, it's hello back to school season. Luckily, at Famous Footwear, you can find unbeatable savings on the hottest brands. Have a son who's determined to bring his A game? Lace him up in fresh Puma courts. Is your daughter's style as big as her personality? Have her show up in iconic checkerboard Vans. For a limited time only, buy one, get one half off, both online and at a local Famous store. Buy one item, get a second item of equal or lesser value for half price. Some exclusions apply.
Cigars are not a safe alternative to cigarettes. Looking for a premium smoke? Then welcome to the world of Al Capone cigars, where we're keeping it real. Using only premium natural leaf wrappers, Al Capones are hand-rolled for a unique look and smooth flavor. From mellow to bold to the rich flavor of sweet cognac. Al Capone cigars stand out. Elevate your style with Al Capone My Way. For Al Capones near you, text premium to 909-909. Text premium to 909-909.
Hey, it's Jamie Lynch. I'm imploring you to join us in Arizona or in D.C. as we travel with hundreds of Birds fans and the great guys over at Philly Sports Trips. The hotel in Arizona is sick. Awesome luxury rooms, amazing pool. Guys, this could be the perfect romantic getaway to surprise your lady with. Or in my case, a romantic weekend with Bob Cooney and Pat Egan. Trust me, no one does travel better than Vince and Liz at Philly Sports Trips. Join us on their one-day trip to D.C. at a price cheaper than a home game. So come on and join us. Go to phillysportstrips.com.
It's a fact. Only 0.0001% of people will ever step up to the plate as a pro baseball player. For the rest of us, there's BetRivers.com Sportsbook app. Featuring same-game parlays, you can combine the excitement of different bets, all from the same game. Totals? Bet 'em. Spreads? Bet 'em. Player props? It's a home run. Download the BetRivers.com Sportsbook app today. It's a whole new game.
Presented by Rivers Casino Pittsburgh. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Listen to 97.5 The Fanatic everywhere. On Alexa at 975thefanatic.com, the Fanatic app, and now on Odyssey. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
There is nothing bougie about this show. Look, I'm the only guy in here from Delco.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Man, this funky ass smell.
What's going on in there in the studio? I see Coach flailing around.
I think they're doing some work on the building.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Are they doing some work, you scumbag?
What? Wait a minute. What happened?
Yeah, what happened?
Is this dirty laundry or dirty air, Pat? Because H&H Heating and Air Conditioning could put an air scrubber in there. Like they did at our house. You don't smell anything in our house but fresh air.
All I smell is Jamie's ass right now.
Oh, that's terrible.
Because he came in and just unleashed hell.
It's horrible.
Sat there, made sure it permeated, made sure it seeped into the carpet and the walls.
Ran?
And then he ran like a coward.
I was putting the name on the board.
Yeah, and that's the excuse that you use.
And sometimes when the creative juices flow,
other things flow.
I mean, the whole body gets in motion.
I don't know where you get the right, dude.
By the way, for the YouTube crew,
I'm on your side, Pat.
Buy the new Dong Squad T-shirts are out there, and you can get a free pair of Fan Fest tickets too, right there. So you want to check that out? Where do you find those, Pat?
It'll go live on the website at 8:00.
8:00 this morning.
The Dong Squad.
So just get your credit card.
Get ready to load up
take
and
money order.
We're gonna have a great time.
You can Venmo us.
The big beefy boys hitting dongs.
There's some big beefy boys.
Just kidding. It's just credit card, by the way. Don't start Venmoing.
Don't start Venmoing you. Do you have a personal Venmo out there, right? You're going to need that for PJ's in Hatfield.
Absolutely.
Coming up on Thursday. 5 to 7 p.m. for our happy hour at 190 40-foot road. Not farty, Jamie. 40-foot road in Hatfield, Pennsylvania. That's where we'll be for our happy hour at the new PJ's in Hatfield.
I still haven't tried my wings, so I'm excited.
And your wings will be on the menu.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I still haven't gotten there.
I can't believe you haven't gotten
I know
there.
a lot of people have. From what I heard.
That's not true.
Well, Jim from PJ's will check in.
Okay.
And give us a update. I'm sure.
Well, Bacon's going to win on the sales because they charge like $39.99.
I've had Jamie's plenty. I really enjoyed them.
You really did, and you had Bob's too. And you really enjoyed them too.
I enjoyed those as well.
I think it was fantastic. Really, really good.
Yeah, looking forward to getting there on Thursday.
Get ready to shovel. The Farmer's Almanac is out for this upcoming year. And let it be clear, we are predicted to have a cold, snowy winter.
Wasn't that predicted last year or something?
No. I went back and looked. It wasn't. We were not supposed to have. We were supposed to have a little more.
John, I think you came on these airwaves and did the Farmer's Almanac last year. And
no,
I actually wrong.
No, I went. It did not go completely wrong.
Judge, Coach,
do you believe in the Farmer's Almanac?
No, I do. I look at that Farmer's Almanac for FanFest every year.
And do you find that it has been accurate?
For FanFest, it's been accurate for 9 straight years.
Okay, well, the Farmer's Almanac is predicting we're going to have our worst winter in around 8 for this area, as far as snow. So we're expecting a lot of snow, a lot of cold weather. So Connor outside's going to happen. Lots this winter.
You have to get him up from his nap first.
So Connor gets up from his nap, comes in, gets his work done, then takes his nap, and then goes outside and enjoys the cold. He may want to keep that cheesy mustache because maybe it'll help to keep him a little bit warmer because it's going to be absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I would think the facial hair comes in handy in the winter.
Well, it's going to be necessary because if we're supposed to have snow, there hasn't been the 2 winters I've been home. I have not.
It's been tame for like 3 or 4 winters, I feel like.
And then it usually does. And that was something that I didn't know is that is the pattern for Philadelphia and the Philadelphia region tends to be that way. There tend to be back-to-back snowier years and then a lull and then back-to-back snowier years and then a lull. It's like a pattern. If you go over like 5 decades, that's what tends to happen. 2 years in a row where you sort of get slammed. And then we get a little bit of a respite from it. I'm looking forward to snow. I love snow. So it doesn't.
I like snow when I'm skiing. Other than that, it's a pain in the ass.
Hey, give me a Friday night snowstorm every weekend. I'll take it.
You love that.
Let everybody get home from work. Let it snow.
That's the problem. It never comes on a Friday night. It's always like a Tuesday morning, and it's an ice storm. And it's like, screw you.
We didn't.
I can't even enjoy this.
We didn't get any. We didn't get any hotel stays last year.
No, we didn't.
Last year, the first year we did.
Real tame last winter.
We didn't get any of that stuff. Any of those, little fun hotel stays. So get ready.
The snow's great on a Friday night. Yeah, you get the weekend. Everybody's on. No, it doesn't happen that way. It's always terrible.
I prefer it on the weekday.
You prefer a weekday snow?
Why we don't have snow days?
Because the kid in me still, I still feel for the kids that don't get off. So I like the fact that they'll get off school.
Well, now they
don't. They just go virtual.
Now they go virtual.
Yeah, right? but no. I mean, some don't. Some still get snow days.
They should.
Yeah, they should.
Yeah, every once in a while they still
every
do.
once in a while it's fine.
It's a rite of passage. Snow comes, you don't have school. I can't make it out in this blizzard. There's 2 inches out there.
Now, I'd say if the kids are like actually ambitious and get out and sled and shovel and everything like that, but if the snow day just brings video games, then to me, I say send them to school.
You sound like an old man yelling at a cloud right now.
So the kids who want to go out and shovel, kids who want to go out and sled, kids who want to go out and enjoy the snow.
You can do both.
Do it. Do they, though?
Yeah, you can sled for a couple hours. You can play football for a couple hours, and you go back and you play Call of Duty.
The football's fun.
Oh,
football's great.
I had a thing where I used to live when my daughter was younger. Any day that it snowed and they had off, her friends, and there was 4 kids in that family, would just sit there and wait. And I'd throw her in the van, go get them, and take them sledding for like 4 or 5 hours.
Where was the place? There was
down in Washington Township. There was a hill.
Gigantic hill.
Yeah, it was great.
Hey, the beach, the boardwalk, and the boat on the bay are great places for you to check out the Bet Parks app when you're down the shore. Download it at betparks.com. You got to be 21 and in New Jersey. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Coach experience, you guys talked about your fears. Like Jamie talked about his fear of sharks and going swimming, and Pat's the same way.
Bad this summer, too.
And I think the shark fear, to me, is one of the most irrational fears out there.
Don't go swimming in Long Island, John. I dare you.
Well, that's where Jaws was, right?
Yeah, and it's real bad this summer.
Well, one of the irrational fears that I have, Coach experienced yesterday. And, Coach, we're lucky to have you with us.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
Wow.
I was driving to work yesterday morning, and it was probably about 3:45, and I was heading right past Cooper Hospital on, is that 676 or 42?
676, yeah.
And heading down, I don't know how far it was from the toll booth, not far though, right by Cooper. And as I was coming around a turn, going down a hill, approaching the toll booth, realized I didn't have any brakes. 0 brakes in my car.
Okay, that is horrifying to me.
Yep. Found out.
I wonder it every morning on the Schuylkill, seeing idiots doing 95 and 100 flying past me in that narrow little corridor there like that. I wonder, what if someone's brakes don't work? What if they're going to be dead? They're going to be dead. How did you get through it?
Yeah, so the brake pedal was not pressing down at all. There was nothing. It was just, it felt as though there was something lodged underneath of it. Found out yesterday after having the car checked out that it was a vacuum compressor that didn't allow air to release out of the gas or the brake pedal. And I had all my weight on that, and eventually it started to slow down a little bit. But I'm approaching the toll booth.
Did you activate your Fred Flintstone brakes and put your feet through the floor and just think about that?
I didn't, but I had a matter
thought
of...
about that.
How about your emergency brake?
Yeah, so I did hit the emergency brake at some point because when I got closer to the toll booth, and I'm talking, I'm 200 pounds. I put as much pressure on that brake pedal as I possibly could and was pumping the brake a little bit, and eventually the car slowed down enough to get through the toll booth. And when I got to the other side of the bridge, right near like Franklin Square, stopped and got out and, kind of checked it out and stuff.
I think you're crazy that you drove over the bridge because when you come off that bridge, it's going downhill.
Yeah, it is.
And I'd be saying, I'm going to crash.
I was doing about 20 miles an hour across the bridge and pumping the brakes the whole time. And the car, it was responding a little bit, but not like if there was somebody in front of me. If I was in traffic, the person that was in front of me or myself could have been dead.
Oh my gosh! Now that's one of my irrational fears, is wondering whether you have that catastrophic, your car has a catastrophic thing where your brakes just don't work.
Yeah, it's pretty terrifying. That's up there.
I don't like that at all.
Yeah, I don't think I'd keep driving if I didn't have brakes.
I wouldn't have driven, Coach, and I would have.
Most rational people wouldn't have.
No, I think you pull over right there at the bridge where there's a building, and you put your car there, and you say, all right, this isn't working. I don't go coasting into work and
I
say,
wouldn't do that.
Hey, hopefully I don't have to stop.
You're not wrong. And my ration behind driving the rest of the way is from the bottom of the bridge, it's only 5 miles or 6 miles, and there's nobody on the road at 3:45 a.m. I understand, and it's wide open. Nobody's on the road. And I was doing like 30 miles an hour, and I was making sure that I was pumping the brakes as much as I could the ride there. Plus, the show sheet needed to be printed out.
Oh, yeah, you got to have that. Connor might have been, he may have nodded off. He might not have been able to print them off. We're teasing Connor this morning. Connor needed a nap this morning.
He's tired.
Yeah, and you can't. And if you had a stick shift, then you could certainly, if you're driving in 5th or 6th gear or 7th gear, whatever, you can downshift to slow the car down. The problem with an automatic is you can't do that.
You cannot do that.
Yeah, and I wasn't using the paddle shifters. Otherwise, I could have downshifted as well. But because it was just in regular drive, I couldn't do it.
Ooh. So you're going to get rid of this car, right? Because this car has been a constant
Seems like
struggle.
a lemon.
This car, you seem like you got a lemon.
Yeah, I love this car so much.
Get rid of it.
You shouldn't.
No, get rid of it. You shouldn't love it. It doesn't love you.
You know what? I love reliability in my cars.
Yes.
And, Coach, that's why I shop at North Penn Volkswagen and Mazda, because, it's the right experience, the right choice.
You may need to put me in touch with somebody over there.
Yeah, I really need something. It's a scary thing. Hey,
that wasn't even scheduled.
Hey, in Cooney's Corner.
So proud of yourself.
There's Bob has some questions about guys we haven't been talking about being critical to getting the Phillies to a postseason finish line.
Now, let's see what's in Cooney's Corner.
All right, put on your thinking hat, boys, because we're talking about 54 games left in the season for the Philadelphia Phillies, okay?
That's amazing.
John, you pointed out yesterday they're only a couple games back from that first playoff spot.
2 in the loss column.
2 in the loss column, right? 3, I think, altogether. A couple games in hand also. So I think we know, and we're okay, but Jamie brought it up yesterday. Nola is not a good September pitcher. hopefully he's through that. Hopefully what we've seen from Nola and Wheeler is what we can carry out through the rest of the year. So then there's about 30 more starts to be had after you take away Wheeler and Nola. And that comes down to Suarez, Gibson, and Syndergaard. Okay, so you got 30 starts out of those guys.
Okay.
What do you need from them, and what do you expect from them? So I'm not going to go one loss or anything like that. But out of 30 starts from those three guys, let's go to our favorite stat, and we'll go to quality start. Out of 30 starts among those three guys, how many quality starts do you need? Yeah.
20. You need 20 quality starts.
30
James?
starts.
With this bullpen, you need 20.
Wow,
Yeah.
this bullpen?
With this bullpen, I think you need 20 quality.
I think he's saying 10's good.
That
You
10,
can
the
count.
10 games, the bullpen could save you
20's
in maybe 2 or 3 of those.
Yeah, 20 sounds about right.
Yeah,
I agree.
Okay.
And I don't think that's asking a lot from that group. Gibson for 5 innings Gibson has been incredibly efficient lately.
Gibson,
I'm not worried about him getting you deeper into games.
Suarez seems to be turning a corner to me, and I talked to Ricky off air a little bit about him. It seems like he's finding his spots a lot better than he did early in the season. And look, he was out for a little while early in the season. His arm's probably building up to mid-season form later than it normally does, so that might be a good thing for him. Who's your biggest question mark of these three?
Nola.
Oh,
Who?
No, not he's not talking.
We're not talking about Nolan Wheeler.
Oh, absolutely.
We're talking about
Syndergaard by a mile. Like by
among
a mile.
Syndergaard, Suarez, and Gibson.
Oh, I'm sorry.
To me, Syndergaard by a mile.
I thought you meant the top 3. Syndergaard, probably.
Pat, same thing?
Yeah, it's not even close. It's
Now,
Syndergaard.
okay, expectation, Syndergaard gives you 10 more starts. Give me a line on him, wins, losses, ERA. Give me, and I'm going to keep this in the book for all of you guys. John, what's your win-loss ERA for Syndergaard, who you guys have all labeled as the biggest question mark?
2 and 3 with a 4 ERA.
All right. James?
4 ERA sounds about right. And you said it's 10 starts?
Yeah, about that. 10, 11.
I'll give him 4 and 3.
All right.
Wow.
Pat?
You have 7 decisions.
7
eh?
decisions, yeah.
Wow.
I'll go 5 and 2 with a 4.25.
So Pat has the best record but the highest ERA.
So Pat,
Yeah,
you're
I love
saying,
it.
you're
They don't
saying the
have a-
offense is going to bail him out.
Yeah, they don't have a super tough schedule down the stretch. He does play the Mets. He lines up at least to play the Mets once.
Yeah, he plays the Mets, the series here in Philly.
Yeah.
Not the
so-
one in New York.
I mean, that might be a loss, but
All right, now final question about these three guys.
Okay.
Taking away Nola and Wheeler. About these three guys. What's more important this last 54 games? Those three in their starts or the bullpen? And I'm not talking the bullpen just in their starts. All together. Those three in their starts or the bullpen, which is more important to making a good playoff run or run to the playoffs?
Bullpen.
I say the starters. Because I can count on the bullpen. I think they're more established right now than the starters.
The bullpen's given you 6 weeks of stability. The season's been a lot longer.
Syndergaard, I have no equity with, so he's a fresh slate. Got to earn all of it. Suarez has been solid, but I hope he's getting healthy. And then Gibson's, pretty good. He has his occasional blow-up start, but other than that, he's pretty solid. I just think the bullpen's a little more reliable at this point.
Yeah, I agree. I would agree with that. I think there's more question marks with these three starters.
You wouldn't have said that July 1st, though.
No, I wouldn't have.
So, I mean,
you have three.
Is there a recency bias?
No, topper.
The last 6 weeks, we believe in the bullpen. Before, the end of June, we did not.
Well, they've been put in the right places. Knable, I don't know why Joe Girardi just said, I don't care, he's my closer anyway. Once he was taken out of that by Rob Thompson and made a back-end guy, he's been fantastic.
Right.
Sir Anthony's been put in a spot where he's been fantastic. Now you add Robertson to the mix. I think, I think the bullpen is solid. I would put my question marks more on the starters also, on those three starters. And, of course, you still have Aaron Nola, who, as Jamie, we can't say it anymore because we're going to talk it into existence, but he does struggle late in the season.
I don't want to believe that my legitimate ace, Aaron Nola, is going to do that this year. I believed in him in March, and I believe in him now. And I've seen it better Aaron Nola this year. So this is the second best year of his
better
career.
than last year.
Second best year of his
He's
career.
been pretty good in his career.
Aaron Nola is an absolute ace. Second best year of his career, and I believe in him. Like I don't believe we're going to see a collapse. I really don't.
I think his stuff is so good this year that I don't think we're going to either.
He stopped nibbling. He's not the nibbler anymore.
Yeah, he's just pitching really, really well. I enjoy watching him as much as I enjoy watching Wheeler pitch. Now, I know he's not the same pitcher as Wheeler, and Wheeler's, probably better, but I do enjoy watching Aaron Nola pitch, except when runners are on base.
This year has been a little bit better. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
It's been more fun. And I just hope that everything continues because this is a fun story, man. This is it's fun to watch. And by the way, the Phillies didn't play yesterday, and they still picked up ground. Thanks to Gabe Kapler, baby.
Yeah, 1-0 win.
Love Gabe.
So now you're up a game on the Padres.
A lot of high fives.
Yeah, I bet. We're giving you a lot of high fives here.
We love it. I think it's incredible.
Yeah, we do. We have a lot of games in hand on the Padres, though. Padres have rest.
And Tatis should be back when? Like any day now, right? Wasn't he on rehab assignment?
I think did he just begin it?
I think he did.
Okay,
he just began rehab.
They've played four more games than the Phillies. They have 50 games left. So you got a chance to put some wins on the board and create a little bit more breathing room with the Padres. And more importantly, leave Milwaukee in the dust. This weekend, Milwaukee and the Cardinals playing. So if the Cardinals, do you right now just want to see the Cardinals continue rampaging? They're playing great. They haven't lost in a week. They're the hottest team in baseball. The Cardinals go out and take care of Milwaukee this weekend. Do you just want to see them put their foot in their throat and eliminate them? And then you're just worried about what your position is? Because if Milwaukee drops back 4 games back, Milwaukee right now 2 games back of the Phillies. If at the end of the weekend they're 4 and 5 games back, it might just fall apart.
Yeah, it might.
I read about that Hader situation yesterday, though, and it's weird is that there is a deflating presence to the team.
Yeah, but I don't know how there isn't.
Well, reportedly, not a popular guy.
Doesn't matter if he gets results.
Exactly.
Yeah,
but a popular.
Yeah, sometimes maybe people make too much of that. Like, oh, the Phillies got bolstered, and that's a shot of adrenaline, and they aren't. When you take away a team's closer like that in a playoff, it just sends a weird message to the club. Like, those guys in the locker room don't care about the future of the Brewers. They care about this season right now.
Right.
And, like, you have to take that into account sometimes.
Pat, he's going to get paid.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Hader's going to be just.
Yeah,
and all the top contenders are going to be that any way need a closer.
But, like, if those guys look back on it now and, 6 years from now and those prospects didn't turn into crap, they're going to be like, screw you, Brewers.
Yeah,
like Andrew McCutcheon's been chasing rings his whole career, and he goes there, thinks he's got a shot to compete.
And they do that.
And then they do that, and he's going, really? I came to this loser club that's trading away their closer in a playoff hunt? That sucks.
By the way, we're saying let's go Sox tonight.
Who they got?
They got the Braves for the next 2 days
right, let's
in
go.
Boston.
Sweet
Let's
Caroline.
Go Sox.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I find that whenever I scoreboard watch, no matter the sport, things don't turn out well. So that's why I always say I just concentrate on the game at hand, and that's the Phillies Marlins tonight.
You're not that guy.
Since I've known you in my life, that absolutely is held true.
Yeah.
Because I am a person who loves the scoreboard watch.
Yeah, you do the scoreboard watching, the advanced scouting,
right,
the scheduling down here for the rest of the year.
And then
I am so hyper-focused, and it's the way I am in life. I'm a day-to-day guy.
Speaking of which, I think you left off at week 7 yesterday, so we should
we're going to get to that. We got a break right now, but we're going to get to that.
Isn't there a bye week?
We're going to get to that right now.
Yeah,
next.
so week 9. Let's tease that to the other side.
We're going to do.
So I have them 7-2.
We're going to do that right behind what we're looking at for the Eagles. What do the Eagles have to do offensively and defensively to win a division this year? It's going to be amazing how razor thin the improvement is. We'll get to it next. It's the John Kincade Show. Hopefully your Tuesday is off to a great start with us here on 97.5 The Fanatic. You know what happens. Big storms happen, especially at the end of heat waves. Giant thunderstorms happen, flooding rains. How's your basement going to hold up? You may realize right now that your basement has that damp smell in it. And if it's got that, it's already got water intrusion. You could be having a mold issue, too. You could be having damage to the foundation of your home. I wonder why you wouldn't call DryTech Waterproofing Solutions, because DryTech Waterproofing Solutions will assess the issue, and they're going to give you solutions to protect your home. They are the leaders in basement waterproofing, so you can enjoy your entire summer. And by the way, when all that snow this winter starts to melt, your basement can flood then too. Call today, get a free estimate. Mention this ad. Mention that you heard it on the Kincade Show, and you're going to get 15% off of your service. So don't let the next storm or the big, melting snow this winter ruin your basement. Call DryTech Waterproofing Solutions now. Mention the Kincade Show, get 15% off your service. DryTechCorp.com. It's DryTech Waterproofing Solutions. Protect your biggest investment.
The John Kincade Show.
Talking sense into people isn't really my thing. In fact, I'm better at the opposite.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Hi, it's Cuz. Is your summer weight loss plan not working out as well as you hope? Look, hope is not a strategy. This is what you got to do. Contact njdiet.com today. They will contractually guarantee you will lose 20 to 40 plus pounds in only 40 days. Just go to njdiet.com. Their program starts with bioenergetically personalized supplements that are based on your saliva, your hair, and your blood work. And then NJ Diet uses DNA testing to create your ideal diet plan and workout regimen to help you keep the weight off. You're not sure you can do it alone? NJ Diet's with you every step of the way. You're fully monitored by their certified staff to make sure you're burning fat, not just losing water. You'll also get the doctor's personal email and phone number. NJ Diet is committed to you keeping the weight off. It's all natural, no shots, no hormones, no surgery, no prepackaged foods. Locations close by: Newark, Delaware, King of Prussia, Cherry Hill. Worldwide live online video consultations. Call them. 855-5NJ-DIET. Or go to njdiet.com. That's njdiet.com and lose the weight for good.
Oh, are you seeing these readings? This is incredible.
Short-staffed, Marco's climate research facility is in the eye of the storm. The atmospheric pressure to find more weather specialists is mounting.
Man, this is going to be a big job. We're going to need a bigger team.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. We instantly connect you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Let's be real. Mopping is a hassle. You have to fill the bucket, pushing a wet, heavy mop around, then cleaning the mop when you're done so it doesn't grow bacteria. A hassle on top of a hassle. Try Swiffer WetJet. With Swiffer WetJet, you start with a fresh pad and cleaning solution every time. And when you're done, you just toss the pad. Swiffer WetJet, the faster, easier, cleaner way to clean your floors.
If this were a Reese's TV ad, you'd be staring at a Reese's peanut butter cup. And sure, my voice is peanut buttery smooth, but still, you need to see the peanut butter cups, right? No? I can really just say Reese's and you'll go get some? Okay. Reese's. 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 Really working, actually. Reese's. Reese's. I'm on to something. Reese's. Reese's. Reese's.
In the wee hours of the night, when everyone else is fast asleep, you're the one on third shift, burning the midnight oil. When a part fails and everything comes to a grinding halt, regardless of what the clock on the wall says, you leap into action. Grainger is with you and all the ones who get it done. With 24/7 customer support by phone or click to chat. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I absolutely love my dog, but the constant shedding, not so much. But then I got a Swiffer Sweeper Pet Kit, and it is amazing. These super thick cloths pick up a crazy amount of hair. Just look at all that. And that was from just one swipe. And the best part? Sweeper's so much easier to maneuver than a broom or a vacuum, easily getting around chairs and under the couch. You're right. Now I can focus on you, not your shedding. Swiffer Sweeper Pet Kit. Because shed happens.
Mom, Dad, I humbly suggest you save some money and shop Amazon for back to school. It's for my growth, meaning my body's growing at an alarming rate. And clothes you buy me this year will be very small very soon. Plus, the clothes I love today will be out of style tomorrow. But at least your wallet doesn't have to be my fashion victim if you shop low prices for school at Amazon. Hopefully this is helpful. Amazon. Spend less, smile more.
Hey, it's Cuz. Are you getting ready for a home improvement cleanup? The garage, the bathroom, big move? Let me tell you about the perfect solution, the Bagster. The Bagster, by far the most convenient, affordable way to help with your cleanup. The Bagster isn't just a great product. It's a 3 cubic yard dumpster in a bag sold at Home Depot, Lowe's, local home improvement stores everywhere, and for only $29.99. Holds 3,300 pounds of waste. Buy it, fill it, schedule your collection. Poof, it's gone. Clean it up with the Bagster dumpster in the back.
Cigars are not a safe alternative to cigarettes. Looking for a premium smoke? Then welcome to the world of Al Capone cigars, where we're keeping it real. Using only premium natural leaf wrappers, Al Capones are hand-rolled for a unique look and smooth flavor. From mellow to bold to the rich flavor of sweet cognac, Al Capone cigars stand out. Elevate your style with Al Capone My Way. For Al Capones near you, text premium to 909-909. Text premium to 909-909.
Hey guys, it's Andrew. Want to play in the inaugural 97.5 The Fanatic Summer Golf Classic? Presented by Corona Premier at Ramblewood Golf Club on August 23rd. Join me at Urban Saloon this Friday from 7 to 8 p.m. Grab a table or belly up to the bar and grab some Corona Premiers and compete in our mini golf putting contest to win great prizes, including passes for you and a guest to play in the 97.5 The Fanatic Summer Golf Classic. That's Urban Saloon this Friday from 7 to 8 p.m., 2120 Fairmount Avenue in Philadelphia. For details, visit our events page on 97.5thefanatic.com.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, home of the most entertaining sports talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
The Sixers and their fan base hang out here every morning on the John Kincade Show.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
The 7 a.m. hour of the John Kincade Show is brought to you by the all-new Bet Parks app. Pennsylvania and New Jersey. If you're 21, you can get a risk-free bet up to $750 when you use the promo code Kincade. It's a sportsbook and casino in one sleek, easy-to-use app. You will love the Parks Sportsbook app. My daughter fascinated by the Parks betting app. I said, well, you're still a few years away, honey, from being able to do it. And she goes, but I could tell you bets to make.
She's got locks?
She is.
I'm going to the Phillies game tonight. Tell Olivia I need a lock.
She thinks she knows basketball and she thinks she knows football. So she thinks college football she's not bad with. I will say she's not terrible with.
She gets a feeling about tonight, you text me.
But she does money lines.
It's fine, depending.
Yeah,
I don't like taking run lines unless you're facing
hard.
Patrick Corbin.
Yeah, it's a little bit
then it's free money.
And my wife goes, aren't you happy you're indoctrinating her early?
It's math.
It is. It's fun. It's math.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
It's a business.
You learn about that.
You learn all that stuff. Street smarts is just as smart as book smarts.
I would agree. I love it. And I want to do a little exercise this morning and see how close do you think the Philadelphia Eagles were? And when we begin this conversation, I want to start it here. How close do you think the Eagles were to being one of the, like an average NFL, I should say NFC division winner last year? Do you think there was a large drop-off, Pat? 7 seed. They were the 7 seed. They snuck in. But do you think their performance, when you watch their performance over the season, far off from the division winners, a different class completely?
Yeah, I think they got a favorable schedule.
So you think that's how things went?
I mean, they switched their entire game plan mid-season, which did a lot for them.
At 2-5.
Yeah, I mean, that did a whole lot for them.
I mean, they faced one of the upper echelon teams in the first round and got absolutely embarrassed.
Well, like, they didn't, I mean, that game was over within...
That was such a terrible game.
3 drives.
Yeah, so...
Well, Pat,
you got your
answer. At the end of the second drive, you and Jamie both were like, this is over.
Yeah.
You didn't even consider that they could come back.
That game played out kind of as I thought it would.
Yep.
You had a team that got...
I think I bet the Bucks, if I'm not mistaken.
No, you did.
I bet the Bucks alternative line heavy.
I think we all did. Yeah.
So
you kind of got your answer there.
Yeah, we did it in the parking lot.
I think there was a fairly substantial difference.
Well, here's what I'm going to say to you is the NFL playoff teams in 2022. Okay, looking ahead to this year, I want to look and say, here's a few did you knows about the 2021 season and where the Eagles offense needs to go. So last year, 4 of the 5 top point production teams, points scored per game, made the playoffs. Only one of them missed. And in those top 4 teams out of the top 5, they were the second and third seeds in each conference. Okay? 11 of the top 12 point production teams made the playoffs. So if you score, you make the playoffs. That's the way it worked. The 4 NFC division winners averaged scoring 488 points. That was 28.7 a game. The Eagles scored 444 for an average of 26. To be where the division winners were last year, the Eagles have to average 2.5 more points a game this year. So I put it on the table to you right now. 2.5 points a game. I mean, that it doesn't seem like a lot. When you're talking about that doesn't seem like a big ask. Right now, that is 6 more touchdowns this year. They need 6 more touchdowns, and they will average what the division winners averaged last year. When you take the Bucs, Rams, Cowboys, Packers, and all they need to do is score 6 more touchdowns over the course of 17 weeks.
If Jalen Hurts increases his touchdown total to 25 in the air and keeps it around 10 on the ground, there's your difference right there. You know what I mean? If he goes 17 to 25, which I think is the floor of where he needs to reach, there it is.
And I think this defense will score more. I think this defense
you have some more playmakers, that's
and I
for
also
sure.
think some short fields.
Fields,
when I say defense scoring, I mean defense puts you on a short field, and you have to go 25 yards to get points or something.
Yeah, and you got Britton returning kicks. I mean, your special team's going to get you some points too. I mean, why not?
You never know.
Yeah, it's funny when I look at the Eagles being a better team. Do I go offense first or defense first in order for them to be a better team?
In order for them to be better.
Yeah. Now the numbers you put out there were all offensive numbers,
and we're going to do defense next hour. But Bob, 11 of the top 12 point production teams made the playoffs. The only one that didn't, the Indianapolis Colts.
Where were the Eagles on that point production team?
12.
Oh, they were. Okay, so they were the bottom.
But 11 of 12, and the defensive numbers will tell you you got to score to win. But you were only 2.5 points a game less than right there than the teams that won divisions. You weren't that far behind what the Packers, the Bucs, and all them scored.
Yeah,
which
it's
is incredible.
Weird. Yeah, last season, more than any other that I can remember with the Eagles, numbers were kind of askew.
Well, they played in the worst division in football, so there's 6 games right
by the
there.
way, you're going to do that this year, though.
Yeah, but that doesn't make you better.
No, but
just because you beat up on the same areas of the board.
But it's going to make you better as far as climbing up the board. It should.
But like the Rams, for example, are playing in the NFC West, which is borderline a bloodbath outside of Seattle. You got to face the Niners twice, Arizona twice.
Seattle sucks.
Seattle sucks. They're the gimme. But that they're.
We all just said that Arizona's missing the playoffs, though. We came to a consensus in this room.
But we could be very wrong.
I got you. But I mean, when you get 2 teams that miss the playoffs, you're predicting 2 teams.
I mean, the NFC East was just terrible last year.
Pat, do you just write these numbers off as the Eagles played a lousy schedule last year? Because then that means this year they're going to play the same. They're going to play an easier schedule.
Well, and that's one of the reasons why I think they win double digit. They have double-digit wins this season. I mean, Jalen Hurts isn't going to get worse. No matter what I think of him or Jamie or anybody out there, the Jalen Hurts doubters, he's not going to get worse. It's the question of can he take that meteoric rise that he probably needs to do to have confidence in the fan base to move forward with a contract extension. But he's definitely not going to get worse, and they're playing a very easy schedule, at least on paper. Now, probably one of those teams, 2 of those teams are going to be way better than we think. But, yeah, it's one of the reasons why I think they do make the playoffs. It's just a matter of how good are they going to be going into the playoffs. Are they going to get embarrassed like last season, or are they at least going to be able to hold their own?
So do numbers lie? Bob, I mean, do numbers lie?
What's the say? Does Pat say it?
Anthony says
numbers don't lie, but they can deceive. They can deceive. Yeah. Numbers don't lie, but they can. They can.
But
be.
There's context to all numbers.
There
most times.
Yeah, I can't definitively go on numbers and say, hey, 6 more touchdowns, that puts him, whatever spot that we're talking about here, upper echelon. Last year was just such a weird season to me. You know, they win all those games against bad teams. They give up 51 points in the playoffs. Like, they went into a playoff game. They were done the first, 6 minutes of the game, and they gave up 51 points.
Now, they did sit out all their starters in that last game.
I'm talking about the playoff game.
Oh, no. I mean, I'm looking at it and saying there is it's easy to say the schedule sucked, but I look at it and go, this year's schedule sucks too. This year's schedule looks easier than last year's, to me at least.
It is, I think, on paper.
It looks easier.
Yeah, I mean, you have to see. Does Pittsburgh, does Tomlin do a great job and they wind up still playing really good football, even though they have a new quarterback?
With Mitch Trubisky?
Well, you go to Arizona and they're not going to have Hopkins, but are they somehow going to find a way? Is Green Bay going to be able to overcome losing their best wide receiver? Maybe some of these teams, like, John, you're big on Indianapolis. I don't think Indianapolis is going to be that good, but maybe they are going to be a lot better with Matt Ryan.
I don't think they're going to be that good, but I think they're going to be good enough in that division.
Yeah, there's going to be a team or two that come out that we say, man, at the beginning of the year, we didn't think they were going to be very good, but look, they're not bad. And that was the Eagles last year. If you're a Giants team or a Jets team towards the end of the season and you're saying, we got a shot against the Eagles, they're not going to be that good. And then you look at, damn, they've won 4 in a row, 5 in a row, and they're making a playoff march. So those things happen during the season. But, I think after the Eagles start 4-0, then you have a loss. So it's 4-0.
That's a little different, yeah.
And then, so you're 4-2 at the bye.
It could be
think.
bad.
Yeah,
that could be.
Where were you in week 8?
That could
and
be
then
really
after
a problem.
the bye, you get a win and a loss.
That could be really a problem. Hey, Invisible Fence Brand is donating $10,000 to a local animal shelter as part of their From Shelter to Forever Home initiative. Visit invisiblefence.com to nominate your local animal shelter. We had friends who had adopted a new dog from a shelter, and the dog won't let the father pet it.
Oh, you're kidding. That's a shame.
Yet.
He'll warm up, or she'll warm up.
I think so, too. It's a she.
Yeah.
And the way I figured this is that the dog, and literally the dog is just doing, it's not for YouTube, but the dog's doing the no noise, but when the father comes around.
Was the dog abused?
Well, that's what they don't know.
Probably.
They don't know. The dog was picked up off the streets.
I got Bootsy in West Philly as an adoption, and she was abused and took a little while to come around. But
who did she come around to least? You? Was it
our children?
Oh, really?
Yeah, she took a little while there. She was fairly good overall, but she never left my side.
Oh, really?
I'm still the person she just shadows constantly because I picked her up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're the one saying,
but
"Hey,
she'll warm up."
Oh yeah, I said
it takes a little while, especially if they've been treated cruelly.
And they don't know they have no idea what the dog's history is.
Yeah.
At all. They don't know. The dog wandered, was literally running a neighborhood.
Yeah.
And unmarked and was mangy. Really mangy.
Yeah, it's probably been through it.
So
poor girl.
They said it didn't go well at the groomer.
Ooh.
At the groomer, when they were like, look, we got to get the groomer to get the dog cleaned up because the dog was, don't want bringing ticks and stuff like that into the house or fleas. And the dog was showing the teeth at the groomer. And they're like, calm down.
She's been in fight or flight mode for a while.
Yeah, hopefully it'll go. It'll go well for it. Hey, Tim McManus's training camp reports come up at 4:00 every afternoon on the best show ever. Make sure you're checking it out every single afternoon. It's our show, 97.5 The Fanatic. You can also catch it on NBC Sports Philadelphia. Tim McManus every single day at 4. So you can hear what's going on at training camp.
I really do enjoy listening to Tim. It's just down to earth, straight, no BS. Here it is.
That's what you get from LaSalle High, gentlemen.
Yes.
Is that what it is?
Men.
I haven't found some
gentlemen.
Do you say some LaSalle? Are you a LaSalle gentleman? Is that what they?
Yeah.
Egan was going off this. He actually gave
boys
LaSalle.
will be boys. LaSalle boys will always be gentlemen.
Yeah.
I give LaSalle credit.
Egan went off on the prep, but he gave LaSalle credit, saying, they're decent dudes. But he was putting down the prep.
Yeah, the prep are the most insufferable D-bags.
I got to tell you,
wow.
we
thank him for listening.
I found that Pat many times will have a different view of the world on things. Not on that one. I found LaSalle people to be much more tolerable. Yeah. Much more tolerable.
I'm pretty sure everybody in the Catholic League will agree with me on that.
There's a St. Joe's prep.
Oh, the prep.
They look down their nose.
cool, man. You're going to Penn State, Maine. Your parents just paid $100,000 for you to go to Penn State, Maine. Awesome. Great job. You're killing it.
Prep. Just let them go, Bob.
It's the worst.
You know what's weird is, though?
Word, man.
That same,
God bless all of
that
you.
same stuff of the prep has been going on forever.
Yeah. Like they act like
It's
they're
been
the only
going
prep
on
school.
forever.
There's Holy Ghost prep. There's LaSalle prep.
I almost went to
Plenty
Holy
of
Ghost.
There is. You almost went to Holy Ghost?
It was my second choice.
Is that your safety school? Are you saying?
I wanted to go to LaSalle because my dad went to LaSalle.
Right.
So Holy Ghost was my, secondary plan. It was closer to my house.
Was your dad proud that
Holy
you
Ghost
went
was
to?
your safety school?
Yeah, he was.
I'm going to say.
Not safety.
I'm just trying to depict this thing here.
Yeah, my dad was pumped I went to LaSalle.
So he's pumped?
Yeah.
That's good.
LaSalle wasn't all that happy.
No, they kind of.
So how big was the check? Pat, how big was the check that Mr. Lynch wrote?
Oh, it had to
get
be pretty
Jamie
big.
in.
Yeah.
Who couldn't finish what? What was the
Spanish?
Spanish.
They said
Jamie couldn't
this isn't
finish
for you,
Spanish.
son.
No bueno.
We're gonna tell you to just
Jamie was
don't
like,
take
"What?"
these anymore.
El don't takeo this classo.
Yeah.
Jamie said.
What- El baño.
You didn't do well in Spanish?
No, God no.
Oh man.
I thought Spanish was the easiest language to
Took French in 7th and 8th grade. All I know is Jim
Because he had
Jamie.
been to France. So,
Man.
Yeah, right.
They went there during the summer.
I know mon frère regarde toujours les sports à la télé.
Sports on the toilet.
My brother watches sports on the television.
My
That's
grandfather
like the only
spoke
thing I knew how to say.
My grandfather spoke 7 languages, and
Is that right?
And I didn't.
What happened
I didn't
to the
get
bloodline
any
here?
trickle down. Nothing. I'm like deaf when it comes to other languages.
Okay, what's your mama's maiden name?
Bumgardner.
So you think it's the Bumgardner? You got the Bumgardner?
Yeah,
genes?
maybe,
Because it
yeah.
seems like the Lynches were
Yeah.
like these incredibly accomplished people.
7 languages. Could you imagine how cool that
No,
is?
I can't even.
That's-
My cousin Ed does that. He did that in the military.
Yeah, my
He was like in
grandfather was a military guy.
and being able to check that out.
Wild.
Man, I wish I had that kind of skill or acumen.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
I will.
The music and the languages, my ears just don't translate.
I will only tell you off air that my classmates from high school still know the nickname that I gave the freshman year French teacher, but we cannot say it on the air. But I'll tell you off the air. In the Lynchpin, Jamie Lynch is asking something about his favorite new manager.
This is the Lynchpin.
Segment's dedicated to Topper. We love you, Topper. Just kidding. I was thinking about the manager of the year yesterday, though. Rob Thompson has to be one of your top 3 finalists. But look around the NL. So Buck Showalter is going to be in there because he deserves credit because the Mets aren't Metsing to this point. They're actually kind of just steamrolling. But there was an expectation for them with the money spent and the new acquisitions to be great.
No question.
The Cardinals, with their new manager, Oliver Marmol, expectation to be pretty good, a playoff team. You know, you have Arenado and Paul Goldschmidt. Yeah, you're expected to do some things. And then there's Topper, who comes into the picture late, takes over for a team, a couple games under 500, and turns them around.
7 games.
I was gonna say 8,
Not
but
a
it sounded
couple, it was 7.
It was 21 and 29 or something, wasn't it?
22 and 29.
22 and 29. He comes in, takes over a situation, loses his starting second baseman and the MVP, the reigning MVP of the NL, and turns them around to the 3rd hottest team in baseball since basically he took over. How does that not deserve manager of the year over the other 2? I mean, would we all agree those are probably the 3 prime candidates?
Yeah.
Yes, they're the 3 prime candidates.
I'll give you that. Interim
question.
manager.
How
of the
is
year.
his not the most impressive? Now, look, I understand manager and personal accolade awards don't really mean
It's not a complete body of work.
assuming they don't collapse here and they make the playoffs.
No, I'm saying
that makes a case to me. That makes a case for it.
Yeah,
because he had
harder.
When you come into a season and your team gets on a roll and plays well, okay, you manage that and you go.
Like Buck Showalter.
He had to come in and fix something. He had to fix something. Like what Joe Girardi had going here was
buried him.
broken. Was
and he
bad.
And he had 111. He's going to have 111 games to fix it.
And he lost the MVP.
It might be. It might be more
and his
impressive.
second best overall hitter.
How is it not the most impressive case?
Interim manager of the year.
I think their best hitter, Segura. As far as hitter, not production wise, but he's the best. I think he has the best approach at the plate. He's the guy I trust most.
Yeah, he might be their most professional hitter. I'll put it that way. How about that?
Bryce was hitting 318 when he went out.
I know.
And Bryce is having an amazing.
But right, like when you
He had
stack
a better year than last year.
Yeah, which is unbelievable.
You know, so I saw somebody on Twitter the other day. I don't know who it was. It was after Derek Hall hit 2 home runs in a game, and they said, "Do you think Joe Girardi would have even had and I'm not putting down Joe Girardi, but that wasn't his managerial style. To put in a rookie in the cleanup spot in every series is important now, but he wouldn't have had the trust in a Derek Hall. He just wouldn't.
No, there's no way he makes those moves.
By the way, are we saying now, have we moved on to the fact that Hall may be part of the future?
I just don't know
the only
where.
thing he can be is a DH, though.
Yeah,
that's the
and
problem.
if that's Castellanos' spot.
Unless you can get something for Reese, but you just said the other day you're all in for
I mean,
Reese.
look, if they traded
You
him,
love Reese.
I would understand it.
As I said, a good source that I trust for Philly stuff said that the Trey Turner chatter is real, and that the pursuit of him is real, but you won't have Reese Hoskins and Trey Turner next year. You will not have them on the same roster.
Well, so less than a lot of money, so there's money to be had.
There's like
right?
40 to 50 million coming off the books, I believe.
Right.
I think it's like 45 million. Spend every cent you got, John Middleton. I don't care. Go broke. I love Trey Turner, so if I have to choose, I'm choosing Trey Turner. But like, I guess Bob Melvin is the other guy, but like, he's not. Rob Thompson might actually be the manager of the year.
He might be.
That's pretty wild to think about.
Hey, join the Fanatic and our show and cheer on the Birds in Arizona. You can reserve your spot now with a small deposit at phillysportstrips.com. Philly Sports Trips, travel with the pros. Go on out in October with us, and we could have some Phillies viewing parties out there, boys. Out there in Arizona.
That would be fun.
Wouldn't that be nice?
That would be.
Earlier starts because of the clock.
Yeah.
The party's going on. Play a little golf. Watch a little Phillies postseason baseball. It'd be pretty awesome. Pat, you like sending people to the ball game, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's an enjoyable time. It's I said this past weekend, but Citizens Bank Park is truly like a special place. You know, I don't get the vibes going into the Lincoln. I don't get that vibe going to Wells Fargo.
You know
Center
why?
now.
The attendants are awesome. Quick shout out
great staff.
to the lady in 110 and 112 this Sunday. She saw us with the baby and Skylar, and my wife said, "Is there any way we can move into a shaded area?" She was like, "Don't even say anything. Just go. Just go down to that row right there.
Just get out of here."
Yeah,
It's
just
incredible.
go.
Get out my face.
But she was so nice and accommodating. The staff down there for the Phillies is awesome.
I got to tell you, the staff I think it's staff at all the arenas here.
Yeah, they're all pretty good. I think
do
the
a
Phillies
great
are the
job with
best.
it.
Yeah, but in terms of like, I mean, just the ambiance of being at a
You love
ballpark. Yeah, it's. I mean, I don't think there's anything special about Wells Fargo Center and Link, but there's something special about.
I agree with you.
What they did with Citizens Bank Park and making it unique, and yeah, it's hard to not have a good time there because really every seat is a great seat.
So, Pat, you want people to experience that same thing that you're talking about.
I want you to experience the joy that I and Jamie have experienced.
Okay.
I like the Phillies. I think they're a good team.
Well, then how about we open up the phone line to contest lines? 215-263-0975. 215-263-0975. If you can attend the Phillies game on Thursday afternoon, the business person special at 105 on Thursday afternoon. By the way, the heat wave will have broken by then. So it's not going to be a nasty sweat fest like it's been. You can go, if you can go to the game on Thursday, Pat and Jamie are going to send 5 different winners, give them a pair of tickets. Courtesy of Pat and Jamie.
Wow.
How about Pat? You're
cool.
Pat, the Philadelphia Phillies wanted it to be known that they want people who listen to this show to be able to go to the game.
That's exactly what it was.
The Phillies are great people. We appreciated John Brazier and the folks at the Phillies.
It's good stuff.
For their kindness and their appreciation of listeners of this radio show. Understanding, because the Phillies understand that people who, even though we're not their flagship, they understand that people listen to this radio station that are big Phillies fans.
You know what they did? They basically told, like, I made a deal with them, and I said, if I buy this Mickey Moniak jersey, will you give us tickets to give out?
Well, it worked.
And they said, you have to buy 2, and I said, done.
Okay, first 5 callers are going to win tickets to Thursday afternoon's 105 Business Person Special. You can thank Jamie, and you can thank Pat, and you can thank the Philadelphia Phillies. We love you, Phillies. Thank you for your kindness. There is I saw a trailer for something coming to Netflix, and I can only imagine the inaccuracies that are to come. It's the John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. I know this. The BetParx app is everything you could potentially want in a digital casino and sportsbook. In fact, it's the only casino and sportsbook app that I recommend to you. That BetParx app has got you covered for football season, and there is a lot of preview bets for the season. You want to bet on win total, over-unders, you can do it now. If you want to bet on, just say, do you think the Birds are going to win the division? Do you think they're going to win the NFC Championship? Odds are great right now. You can bet on individuals, like who would win, have most passing yards, most rushing yards are now. By the way, if you're into preseason football, I don't bet preseason football myself on the games, but the Birds are 2.5-point home underdogs hosting Gangrene from New York coming up on Friday. Go check out the BetParx app, betparx.com. You must be 21 years old. You got to be in Pennsylvania or New Jersey, and you get a risk-free bet up to $750 using my promo code Kincade. If you miss, your bet will be refunded in site credit. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The John Kincade Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Join Pat Egan and Corona Saturday from 7 to 8 p.m. at Doc's Irish Pub, 1080 East Philadelphia Avenue in Gilbertsville. Putt for a chance to win a twosome in the 97.5 The Fanatic Summer Golf Classic on August 23rd at Ramblewood Country Club. Presented by Corona.
In the Delaware Valley, helping each other isn't just the neighborly thing to do. It's in our blood. It's in our plasma, too. In fact, over the years, thousands of Philadelphia area residents have helped people they'll never even meet by donating plasma at local CSL plasma donation centers. Your plasma donations have been instrumental in our efforts to create new therapies for patients living with rare and serious diseases, and have helped us provide medicines and vaccines to people in more than 100 countries around the world. We're proud to be part of this community, and we can't wait to say thank you in person at local events in the community throughout the summer. So please, when you see the CSL tent, stop by to cool off, hydrate, and grab a fun giveaway. Interested in other ways you can partner with CSL to improve patients' quality of life? Ask us about participating in one of our clinical trials or learn more at CSLBearingTrials.com. That's CSLBearingTrials.com. We thank you for all that you do, Philadelphia, because together we are saving lives.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. No title, no problem. Call 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS or go online at carsforkids.org to donate today.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
This should be 8x7. When it comes to closets, Janina's home organization business runs tip-top tidy.
Is the schedule right? I'm gonna need help.
But she needs to reorganize and find a new assistant.
I know, it's your last week, but can you make sure the Hanson pantry's wrapped?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. We instantly connect you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Kelley Blue Book is the one-stop shop for pricing, fixing, selling, and instant cash offering. Instant Cash Offer is exactly what it sounds like. An official offer to buy or trade your car. Just enter your VIN or license plate, answer a few questions about your car's history, and what kind of condition it's in. In minutes, you'll receive an offer to sell or trade your car that you can be sure is fair. Then choose a dealer to purchase your car and schedule a time to meet. For all of the its, KBB.com.
It's not easy being the one everyone counts on to keep the facility running, no matter the weather or supply chain hiccup. But we get you, Raymond in Buffalo, and Maria in Miami, Jules in Minneapolis, and Stan in Central Indiana, taking control of everything that's under your control. At Grainger, we're here for you with experienced branch staff at over 250 locations so you get the product you're looking for. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger,
for the ones who get it done.
Sure, you're managing to sweat through another summer with that rickety old AC, but it isn't easy, is it? Some days it feels like even your sweat stains had sweat stains. Stop suffering and set yourself up for summer comfort with special financing offers and rebates on a new high-efficiency heating and cooling system from Trane. With a whole house air filtration system to keep the air you breathe clean and safe. Visit Trane.com to find an independent Delaware Valley Trane comfort specialist near you. It's hard to stop a Trane. Subject to credit approval.
If you're a window installer, keep it simple. Choose Andersen 400 Series windows. They're the cladwood windows contractors trust the most. So much so, they're the windows contractors trust for their own homes. And with fewer callbacks, the choice is simple. It's Andersen 400 Series windows, the windows contractors trust the most. Get started at AndersonWindows.com today.
Claims based on 2022 Andersen brand survey of U.S. contractors.
For over 35 years, Health Partners Plans has been proudly caring for people in the community. Our nationally recognized Medicaid plan offers a growing network of doctors and hospitals so you can get care close to home. Health Partners can help you get the care you need, including doctor and hospital visits, prescriptions, immunizations, eye and dental care, and more. To learn more, please call 1-800-553-0784 or visit hpplans.com. Health Partners, trusted care where and when you need it.
At Whole Foods Market, get animal welfare certified beef short ribs for $7.99 per pound through August 9th, while supplies last. Plus, Prime members save an extra 10%. Shop in-store or online at amazon.com/Whole Foods. Terms apply.
Get Xfinity Internet at home free through the Affordable Connectivity Program. Qualifying customers can get Internet Essentials Plus, a $29.95 a month value free. Go to Xfinity.com/free. Call 1-800-XFINITY or visit an Xfinity store today. Restrictions apply.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show. It's spelled Kincade, Kincade. Just so you know when you're writing your complaint emails.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Did you know, Pat, that people are people?
I had an idea of that.
You did?
Yeah.
So why should it be? You didn't know this one?
I don't know.
I can't believe you don't know this song.
Sorry, man.
I'm shocked you know so many great 80s tunes.
Yeah, Depeche Mode was never a band that I got into.
Really?
Yeah, sorry.
I absolutely would have missed that one on a Match Game or whatever. I would have missed that you didn't know that one. I thought that you would have been all over that one. You let me down.
The Delaware Valley down.
You really
it happened again last night in my house. That my wife was watching a show, and I came in and I sat down. There's a lady on there singing, and then they stop her, and she's like, "Oh, I got to do the next line," and she has a good voice. I'm like, "All right, what is this?"
Was it Bachelorette?
No, it's called like what's singing the next line or something. And I started, and I thought of you right away, John. I started to say, "This is so stupid,"
and then you didn't do it.
And then I didn't do it, and I said, "You know what? I'll just go downstairs and watch TV."
Christina was watching one of these Netflix shows where I guess it's a bunch of people killing each other off. Some period piece. I don't know if it was Russian or something, and then all these people are...
I don't do period pieces very often.
She loves all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I walked in, and I thought of you, Bob, because I said, here would have been a perfect opportunity where... And I just sat there, and she goes, "But you hate this stuff." And I said, "It's fine. I'm getting some work done. You just do it. You just watch." I said, I watch sports, and you just sit there. I said, "I'm fine." She goes, "But don't distract me." I said, "Okay, I won't distract you. I'll make sure that I don't."
Wow.
Distract you. Because I guess there's a lot going on in this show. Like, you have to really watch it because it time jumps.
I think she just meant in general. Don't distract me. Like, just get away.
Which could
do
be
what I
too.
tell you to do. And
well, she does ask that sometimes very, very much. Hey, the backyard broadcast is coming. 97.5 The Fanatic wants to take the show on the road, heading to your house. It's 97.5 The Fanatic's backyard broadcast. You want to play a little cornhole, I'll play with you. Do you want some beers with Bob? You want to have a little catch with Ricky Bo? How about cannonballs with Cuz? Whatever it is, go to 97.5thefanatic.com for complete details to get your place in the running to host 97.5 The Fanatic's backyard broadcast. We'll bring the fun and games, mics and speakers. All you have to do is provide your own backyard playground. So it could very well work.
Yeah. And our friends at Lawn and Golf Supply Company, maybe, they'll scout your grass, take a look at it, and come up with the best plan for you, maybe recommend some tools.
Well, we actually have sponsors, too, that are going to be there.
Yeah.
Like Royal Billiard, who is having their moving sale happening now up to 50% off everything in the store. Then you get Philly Pretzel Factory, the official salt pretzel of the Philly sports fan. And then Landis Block and Concrete, who will create a jaw-dropping outdoor paradise potentially for you. Go to online at landisbc.com. Anxiously awaiting. So Christina did the plan meeting with John, the guy who is going to do the actual construction of it all. And John and Jared are meeting tomorrow morning. And I'm on pins and needles because I'm just saying, here it comes. I've got what it's going to look like. And I decided against the big green egg.
That's a little more intense than I think you're looking for.
I think it's too much.
Could handle, no question.
Well, that's terrible.
No, it's just
it's a long process.
You got to start at the ground level.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But the thing is, though, if I build this space we're building this nook for the grill, I'm going to be on a regular grill of some sort from this point forward. Because when they do the big green egg, they put it up on they build you like a little stand.
You can buy the wood stand.
I'm not going to be doing that. I'm going to have to do that.
Yeah, the green eggs, you got to
a little above.
Dedicate some hours if you're smoking.
We did you ever do have you ever fried a turkey?
I've had it, but I've never done it.
Yeah, I've never done it, no. Nor do I want to.
It terrifies me.
I told you Finneran.
Because I see all the videos every year.
I think Brian Finneran's turkey ended up 3 houses away. If I'm not mistaken.
Did he forget to kill it first?
It exploded.
Oh.
And shot like a rocket.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not touching one of those things.
No, I don't want to.
Boiling oil?
No.
I'm not doing it.
And I want the smell in the house. That's my favorite thing about Thanksgiving.
Oh, Thanksgiving's great.
Put the turkey in the oven at 7. You go out for a little bit, football game, you come back, and the smell is just awesome.
Hey, you may not always need a new water heater, but when you do, choose Bradford White because Bradford White is here for the pro. I see what's coming to Netflix on August 30th. Bob, it should greatly interest you and any basketball fan out there. It's Operation Flagrant Foul on Netflix, premiering August 30th. On the whole NBA betting scandal. And I see that Tim Donaghy's going to be, interviewed with it. I'm going to reach out to Tim and see if he wants to come on and talk about it. I can only imagine.
Because we'll be able to believe what he says.
I don't. I don't believe.
I was gonna say how believable is he?
Well, when Tim was doing it before, when they were talking about it when the book came out.
Yeah, he was on this station.
And he came on with us. He came on with me in Atlanta. He came on the Shaq podcast, too. Because one of the games that potentially they talk about is that Sacramento game with the Lakers in Sacramento, that the fix was in to help the Lakers. And Shaq was completely offended by that. I don't believe anyone in this story. I honestly don't. And I'm not saying that every single thing that a Tim Donaghy or his co-conspirators say is false, but I guarantee you that it's going to be, there's a Jamaican saying, if it doesn't go like that, it goes something like that. I believe this is going to be sanitized a bit to somehow make them seem a little bit more sympathetic, that it's not as bad and that other people were doing similar type things. I have no idea if that's the case.
Well, then why do you think that?
Because I think that's how the book was portrayed. I think it was portrayed as, to me, it seemed like Tim was the victim. Tim was a victim. And a victim of his own greed, but a victim of, boy, they really went after him with a vengeance. There are a lot of guys around. There are a lot of guys who potentially have activities that didn't get looked into. It's the way that's the way I take it.
I'll tell you, if there's a word to describe Tim Donaghy, I'm never using the word victim.
Oh, I know. I'm not either.
I thought you just said he was a victim.
No, that's what I said. I thought it was portrayed as.
Whoa. Okay, I apologize.
No,
I thought you said you did. Yeah.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
In fact, I flat out asked him.
That's Donaghy's story, and he's sticking to it.
I think that they made it out to be, there's a lot of stuff that goes on around sports that people don't know about. And I can tell you, I don't believe I don't believe anyone involved in this story is going to tell us the truth about how it went down.
I'm still going to watch it.
I'm watching. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I read the book.
What did you think?
Not.
What did you think of the book?
It seemed like Donaghy and his he wanted to be like Goodfellas.
Yes.
It seemed like, and it was, and I'll tell you, I've spoken with a lot of people that were involved in the league at that time, and you're talking about, NBA referees that were former state police. Captains of state police and that were very much against anything illegal going on, and it was horrible. It's exactly what you don't want sports to be.
Well, I can also tell you that any portrayal in the story of he was concerned that people were going to come and get his family, that the mob was going to break in. The mobsters that were involved in this story would have been low-level mooks. I mean, honestly, they were not. He isn't dealing with the mobsters.
There wasn't no Henry Hill on his ass.
There wasn't somebody going to, they weren't staking out his house waiting to gun it. First of all, the mob wouldn't do that to begin with. They're not going to gun down your family. They're going to go after you. They're going to get after you. The stories that were being told made it sound like he was being victimized. Like he was being pressured. You can't quit. You can't do this. A lot of nonsense.
Yeah. I mean, stop me if you've heard this before, but the mob gets romanticized in
absolutely
in cinema and Hollywood. Wow. I take everything I'm going to hear about Tim Donaghy with a grain of salt. That's for sure.
So
But I'm still going to watch. I still can't wait for it.
So do you offer, Pat, hearing what we had to say, do you offer a forum or not? Because I'll reach out to Tim.
I'm good.
No?
No, I'm all right.
So you think that giving a forum, in your opinion, would be contributing to misinformation or what? Because I don't
know how many people care about the story at this point. I mean, I think.
I think it's going to be a huge story.
I think with gambling now, I think
it's going to be huge on Netflix.
Still a big story.
I think Tim does a really good job of continuing to stay in the limelight.
I don't think you're incorrect.
I don't know how much more of the story is out there. Like, at this point, it's pretty well known among sports fans. I mean, the guy would get a phone call.
But I don't know the nitty-gritty of it.
Right.
But to your point, like, I also don't know how much of that is going to be true. We're getting one man's side of it.
I can't wait to see Jim Batista. Baba. Jim Batista was one of his co-conspirators.
Sure.
I knew Jim from high school.
What do you say, Jim?
I can't wait to see Baba. I can't wait to see how he's portrayed or how he portrays himself.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting.
That'll be really interesting.
I'm going to watch it, but do I need to hear from Tim Donaghy himself? No, I think I'm all right.
Yeah,
nothing against Tim. I've never met him, but
yeah, I mean, when someone has the past that they have, do they just all of a sudden not become a liar?
Anyone
took lying to the nth degree from his wife, from his from his peers, everything. So yeah, it's a fascinating story.
Do I believe though that Tim Donaghy's the only person who's ever done this? Nope. 100% nope. I don't believe that at all. Do I believe that he was clumsy and stupid? Yes. Do I believe that he's the only official in sports that has ever gotten involved in an operation like this? Nope.
Since the beginning of time, if there's been sports, it's been tried to be fixed in some way, shape, or form.
I think probably every sport has been fixed.
Every sport has been fixed.
And remember,
especially wrestling. Have you heard about this?
The pro wrestling stuff?
Yeah.
That's staged a little bit. That's scripted.
It's not real, Pat.
The one thing that I know though is
but The Rock definitely did defeat Stone Cold at WrestleMania 18.
Sure.
I got yelled at by one guy saying, "Well, the games weren't fixed. They didn't choose who was going to win. All they did was affect the over-unders. So they didn't fix the games." And you saying they fix games, that affects the over-under. If you go into a game and you decide I'm going to swallow my whistle or I'm going to use my whistle over and over again, you absolutely are affecting the outcome of a game.
Yes.
How a game's played.
Absolutely.
It's
funny you bring up wrestling. One of the greatest things I watched when I was out with COVID was this documentaries on professional wrestlers. And the one that I watched was on The Undertaker. And this guy was an all-state basketball player I forget his real name, the Undertaker.
Mark Calloway?
Mark Calloway. But like a fascinating story about how he wanted to be a professional athlete, and basketball just wasn't working out for him because after he played, he realized, wow, there's a lot of 6'10" guys that are really, really good. And he moved on from there. And it was a real thing. It was this guy, Mark Calloway, talking about the Undertaker as if that was somebody else. And it was a fascinating look inside of this entertainment factory. I really do suggest, even if you're not a huge wrestling fan, like I'm not anymore, I liked it as a kid, but it's really fascinating, the business aspect and how they use these people who were premier athletes as these wrestlers.
All right, coming up in Cooney's Corner, Bob's wondering if we're a little too harsh.
Now, let's see what's in Cooney's Corner.
Yeah, it was funny this weekend when Nick Maton went off and had a good game and a couple of good games. And one of my buddies said to me, he's like, yeah, are we forgetting about Maton? Like, does he deserve a shot too? Because he was why didn't Mickey Moniak also get time to play just like Bryson Stott has? So we were talking about different things like that, and it made me think, like, man, we complain a lot about this Phillies farm system, and rightfully so, and you just got done trading a Mickey Moniak, who was the number 1 overall pick. But as Pat said, that wasn't a really good draft that year. We know about the failures of the draft. But of the 25, 26 guys on the roster currently right now with the Phillies, how many do you think are from homegrown farm system?
9. Yeah, I was going to say 9.
Yeah, 10.
Okay.
That's a really good number.
That does 40% of your roster?
I mean,
That's not bad.
We talk about, okay, if you want to trade a Reese Hoskins or whatever. Well, John, you brought it up a little bit earlier. There's this guy, Derek Hall, who, I'm not calling him Ryan Howard by any means, but has been blocked down in the farm system, comes up here, he looks like a major league hitter. Like, the dude can hit a little bit. He does. I'm not saying he's a 300 hitter that's going to hit you 30, but he looks like a major league hitter.
Whoa. He could hit you 30.
He
has 8, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's got 8 in limited time.
In limited time. 30's not like a...
No, you're right, especially in that ballpark.
You got to wait until the book's out on him a little more, too.
Sure.
That's the truth.
Sure, but if you do decide to do something, it's because you've been able to replenish from your farm system. If you decide to do something with Reese Hoskins. Didi Gregorius didn't work out. Boom. Bryson Stott, here you are. Here's the shortstop job.
Love it.
Now... yeah, both you and I said I'd like to stick with him and see what happens.
All year.
Again, another one. Alec Boehm, beginning of the year. Who knows if he has it or not. And some of us called for him to just stick him there and see what happened. Alec Boehm is one of the best hitters on the team this year.
I love that.
And if you haven't noticed, he's really grown as a defensive player. Look, is he above average? No, but he's made some strides to get towards average.
I don't think it's too harsh because you don't get those exceptional players. Like, Reese is kind of outside Jimmy, Chase, and Howard, which was phenomenal.
Right.
You don't really get those exceptional homegrown players.
You don't. You're not like Washington was, Atlanta is,
Miami, Cleveland, Seattle.
But then you go to the pitching staff. You do have Aaron Nola. You do have Ranger Suarez.
I mean, in
two
fairness,
of your 5 starters.
That's a top 10 pick. You should, and a college pitcher, you should be able to 35-40% of the time get that right.
All right, your closer, Sir Anthony.
That's solid. I'll give him credit for that one.
Brogdon's going to be a back-end guy.
I love Brogdon.
Yeah, I like Brogdon.
I think he has closer's potential, too.
Yeah, Veerling is a guy that is a guy that, piece. Like, yeah, he's good. He's a bench piece that you can throw all over. He is exactly what the definition of is as a bench piece. Can play infield, outfield, maybe can get you some stuff here. No, the superstars, James, you're exactly right.
But how? How do they not find them? Every team does.
But the way they found their superstars was by paying. And look,
but that's
like
a problem.
It or not, that is.
It's not sustainable over the long term.
Yeah, but now we're talking about you have 3 pitchers in the farm system that everybody's very high on. And people talking in the next couple of years, they might be up here being good number 1, 2, 3 starting pitchers. Like, it's not, I hear you with the superstars.
Not counting on them yet.
Me neither, but they're there. It's not like you can't.
Yeah, but I just don't think we're too harsh on them.
Well, I mean, you're way too harsh.
That was the question.
They get contributors.
Are we a little too harsh?
But what all-stars do they produce?
I'm not talking about all-stars. I'm talking about if they're a playoff team this year and 40% of their roster is homegrown, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
But they are
but your key
postseason team.
contributors would be Schwarber,
That's fine.
Harper, Segura. I mean, Reese is part of it. He gets credit for that. But most of them are bought. That's just not sustainable long term. You need to produce all-star homegrown talent.
No, you
just
do. But the overreaction to how bad they are
it sucks.
is not right.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
It historically sucks.
Historically, it does. Not now. It does not.
All right. Well, I'm not counting on Abel and Painter yet. Like,
Well, I mean,
you
if
still
it's
have to do it.
History Channel sports talk, you're exactly right. But we're talking about the Phillies now. We're talking about their roster now. It looks pretty damn good.
I mean,
around 40% of your roster homegrown.
Reese and Sir Anthony are the only two you can really attribute homegrown success with this team to.
Nola. Bohm.
What about Bohm?
Okay, Bohm.
Nola.
But Nola, you should get that right.
What about Sir Anthony
That's
and
a top
Brogdon?
10.
They're both big
I said
key
Sir
pieces.
Anthony.
Well, I mean, those. So, I
Well,
mean,
the
now we're getting to 5 days. That we
I
get
mean,
big.
it's not overblown. I mean,
the history is not overblown. The idea that
it's
the
okay
history,
now,
you're right.
but that's because it was so bad.
I think it's better than. I think
In
it's
my
better than
lifetime,
okay.
it sucked. Outside of Ed Wade leaving you with some great pieces and a slight turnaround now, it sucks.
No, I said the history. You're right. Nobody's arguing that.
But
now it's. Let's talk about
it's
the
just
now.
okay.
There's a good sprinkling in there now. I don't think it sucks now. The fact that you can lose a shortstop plug in, the fact that you have a closer, a number 2 starter, a third baseman who right now is your best, percentage hitter on the team, I don't think that sucks. That's why I say, are we a little too harsh?
No.
By the way,
I don't think it sucks, but I don't think we're too harsh either.
By the way, just in a summary on that one, is if Trey Turner did come next year, where's everybody? How do you shift around your infield?
You have to move Segura at that point.
Yeah.
Segura's got to go, which, by the way, he'd have marketability at that point because he doesn't have a ton of money left.
Yeah.
He has 1 year left, I think, at that point.
So you'd have to move him. I don't think there's any other
You'd
option.
have to move Segura.
And Stott takes second.
So Stott takes second. Bohm's at third.
Maurice at first.
But if Trey Turner's here, I don't know that he's here.
I believe your source, but there's still 45. There's probably a way to do both.
Could you have...
Reese isn't going to kill you financially.
Could you picture... Well, I still think he's going to get
If he
better.
got what Castellanos got, 5 and 100.
Better than Castellanos. He's getting better than 5 and 20 million.
You think so?
I do.
I don't know.
I do.
I think that's about right for him.
I think he's going to get more.
I don't
think
know.
he's getting 20 million. What did Schwarber get?
Yeah, I think he's
Schwarber got
18.5.
425?
480.
480.
Okay.
Wait
so
a minute.
that's 20.
No. One of them got more money than the other.
Yeah, I think Castellanos
got a 5th year and 100.
5
I'm pretty
for
sure.
100.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Schwarber was 4 for 80.
I think absolutely that he would get more.
Those two. Well, at least
Hoskins gets
Schwarber's 20 per. For 4
Schwarber was. That was surprising at the time.
Yeah, it was surprising. But by the way, John sending along some news this morning.
Yeah, they were both 20 per.
What's up, John?
John says this morning, he goes, Trey Turner to the Phillies makes a lot of sense. Him and Bryce, the tightness. But what may be more important is that his family is in the tri-state area, something I did not know.
I know he's from Florida.
His wife is a Hunterton Central grad, Flemington, New Jersey.
I grew up not too far from Flemington.
His wife is from Flemington.
Huh.
So I didn't realize that there was a tie to this area.
Used to go to the driving range in Flemington.
And your bride's family is
Gary
from...
Talon's from Flemington.
Your
helps.
Your in-laws' families from an area?
I mean, that was a big reason the Eagles got Chris Long, because his wife was from somewhere central Jersey-ish.
Well,
I don't know. Jersey. What's some exit number? I don't know. Exit 5. Let's just
Exit
pick that.
5.
If you're central, you're up more.
Yeah,
well, no, like some.
Is it central like 9?
Locally.
Bob, isn't central like 9?
Well, there technically is no central
Let's
Jersey.
go through the exit. No, there is a
then
central
why do they
Jersey.
call it central Jersey?
What's Princeton?
Well, people...
It's central
Jersey. That's what people identify as central Jersey. But when they were looking to make it 2 states, it was just going to be a north and a south.
2 states? Was that a real thing?
Yeah.
And by the way, why is
talked about in the
there's stuff on the
card
map.
game?
There's stuff on the map now that the local news goes to, and I'm like, okay, I've never heard of this town.
Yeah,
I've never heard of these towns. And it's
a
like,
lot of towns.
And then I look, and it's like it's beyond Rutgers, and I'm like, wait a minute, why are we having a story in the local news beyond Rutgers?
Because they get it.
Yeah, but it doesn't make any sense. It's
but
not
they get
local,
the news up there
that's
too.
That's not local news.
To the people that live there,
They're in North. They get Channel 9. Let them see it on Channel 9's news.
Well, you think about it. I mean,
Channel 11.
like a lot of like people our age that have kids going to college, a lot of them go to Rutgers, and that's a Jersey school. So I mean, they have the ability to reach out that far now.
I asked the other night in Scranton at the bar at the post-golf tournament event, hey, the Phillies are starting soon. Can you put the Phillies up? This is Yankee country.
Oh, them fighting work.
They're Yankees people. Scranton is the Yankees. I'm like, that sort of made my stomach burn.
Yeah, the Poconos.
They do not want the Phillies on.
Poconos area is closer to New York than here.
Yeah, but it's
110 miles.
Guys, Scranton has the AAA team of the Yankees. It makes sense.
But I mean, they're all
Rail
in.
Riders.
Ooh, man. Is that what it is?
Well, it might be Scranton Yankees at this point, but they were the Scranton Rail Riders.
All right, we have a sale item going on sale that we'll tell you about. Plus, as we start this hour of the show, the Eagles' defense. Bob asked earlier who has to improve more. I'll tell you who has to improve more. John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. I know what Co-Pair has done for me. I had a coaching session yesterday with Vance, and we were talking about the challenges I've had about reinserting things into my daily eating pattern. Because honestly, I've been a little intimidated by it. And that's where Co-Pair Health continues to help you along the way. I had wanted to lose 28 pounds. I'm down 25. Now I'd like to lose more like 30. So I'm trying to get there. And how do I do it? Well, I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to think of things that I can do to change things up. And even though things plateau, we've got guys hitting 40 pounds, 42 pounds, 45 pounds. If you have a journey to take, think of it, by Christmas, you could be down and look great in the Christmas pictures. You want to do that. Co-Pair helps you. They are absolutely amazing. And the way that they do it is you're eating normal foods. They're treating you. You're not dealing with hormones. You're not dealing with supplements. You're not dealing with injections. You're just dealing with common sense and guidance. And man, does it pay off. I love it. It's weight loss through natural education. That's the best way I describe it. Check out copairhealth.com on the web. Co-Pair is going to be your partner in weight loss. And I'm telling you, it's a Philly phenomenon.
The John Kincade Show.
If you don't like it, go on the internet and complain.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia. The Fanatic's Business of Sports is powered by Pico for Business.
The Philadelphia area is known for a lot of valuable real estate, but do you realize who has the most valuable franchise in their sport? The Sixers, 11th in the NBA at $2.4 billion. The Eagles, 9th in the NFL at $4.7 billion. The Phillies, 8th in Major League Baseball at $2.3 billion. But the Flyers are the 6th most valuable at $1.2 billion in the NHL. Businesses of all types and sizes are saving money with Pico because Pico's got the financial incentives and technical expertise to help you reduce your energy use and to save cash. See how Pico's helping businesses like yours take greater control of their energy costs to improve their bottom line. Simply complete a customer survey on Pico's digital portal and an energy profile. The report will be generated for you, and this profile is going to provide specific recommendation based on your facilities, equipment, and energy use with great ways to save while either maintaining or increasing productivity.
In order for small businesses to thrive, they need to be smart, efficient, agile, staying ahead of the market at every turn, and finding ways to do more with less. That's never been more important than it is right now. So for a limited time, Comcast Business is introducing Small Business Savings, a deal for companies across the country. When you call in now, you can get powerful internet for just $39 a month for 12 months. $39 a month, with no annual contract and a money-back guarantee. All on the largest, fastest, reliable network for small businesses, with the company that powers more businesses than anyone else. So if you're a small business owner, don't wait. Call and get started today. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Offer ends 9/21/22. Restrictions apply. New Comcast Business 50 megabits per second internet customers only. Requires EcoBill and AutoPay. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. Call or go online for details. After promo, regular rates apply.
Kelley Blue Book is the one-stop shop for pricing, fixing, selling, and instant cash offering. Instant Cash Offer is exactly what it sounds like. An official offer to buy or trade your car. Just enter your VIN or license plate, answer a few questions about your car's history, and what kind of condition it's in. In minutes, you'll receive an offer to sell or trade your car that you can be sure is fair. Then choose a dealer to purchase your car and schedule a time to meet. For all of the its, KBB.com.
Progressive presents Married to Your Home.
I'm disgusting.
Oh, House, don't say that.
You could live someplace so much better than me.
That's not true.
Oh, yeah? Look at these uneven stairs. Gross.
House, you know I don't care.
Ugh, and the squeaky door hinge.
Well, I think it's cute.
No matter how much you already love your house, you'll love it more knowing you could save big bundling your home and auto with Progressive. Coverage from Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Bundle discount not available in all states or situations.
Dealing with an outdated printer that just can't keep up with you? Visit Staples and upgrade to a new HP Envy Inspire with HP Plus, HP's best home printer. And it comes with 6 months of free ink. It prints everything you need, from homework and work documents to incredible photos and more with amazing quality. Right now, save $70 on the HP Envy Inspire 7955E. Available at Staples. Offer valid through August 27th. See staples.com/HP Plus for details.
We're very excited about our new show, The Best Show Ever. And we want to thank the best partners ever.
Rowan University. Affordable tuition, strong academic programs, and vibrant campus life. Online at rowan.edu. And Landis Block and Concrete. Create your very own jaw-dropping outdoor paradise. View photos online at landisbc.com.
Thanks for supporting The Best Show Ever. Afternoons on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Are you a skilled and creative carpenter? If so, Valley Grove Construction is looking for you. We keep our carpenters engaged and motivated by doing a variety of work throughout the day. We strive to keep a safe and entertaining work environment, so our carpenters look forward to coming in each day. If you're looking to make top dollar and join a company that will truly value your talent, please apply today. That's valleygroveconstruction.com and click on the Join Our Team link. Apply today. We're waiting. valleygroveconstruction.com. That's valleygroveconstruction.com.
This summer, the General Building Contractors Association is reminding the construction industry and all workers to stay safe while working in the heat.
Look out for signs of heat-related illness, like dizziness, fatigue, slurred speech, heavy sweating, and nausea. If you see a coworker showing symptoms, quickly cool them off, and when in doubt, call 911.
Learn more about working safely in the heat by downloading Toolbox Talks at gbca.com. We're GBCA, and we're building safer together.
Hellsberg Diamonds presents The Guy Who Found the Perfect Ring. Jake needed an engagement ring, so he did his research, asked his fiance's best friends for advice.
She wants emerald cuts. Definitely.
And he went to Hellsberg Diamonds. Jake knew that Hellsberg's been in business for over 100 years. That means quality. And with their price match guarantee, he'd get a great deal. And she'd get the ring she's always wanted.
Way to go, Jake.
So be like Jake. Find the ring of her dreams at a Hellsberg Diamonds near you or at hellsberg.com.
Hey, guys, go yard all summer long with $5 Dinger Tuesdays on FanDuel Sportsbook in partnership with Valley Forge. This season, all customers will get $5 for every home run hit by both teams when you place a $25 to hit a home run wager on Tuesday MLB games. And the best part about Dinger Tuesdays is even if your bet loses, FanDuel will pay you $5 for every home run. Why look further than Citizens Bank Park? The Marlins have a lefty going tonight in Braxton Garrett, okay? Lefty versus righties, that's what you want to look at for the Phillies. Look at Rhys Hoskins. Look at Nick Castellanos, JT Realmuto. Those guys have been swinging lately. Just go there. What are you waiting for? Pick your home run hitter and turn big swings into big wins. There's no better place to bet America's pastime than on America's #1 sportsbook. So head on over to your FanDuel account or download the FanDuel Sportsbook app and sign up using promo code BOB. That's promo code BOB. 21 plus and present in Pennsylvania. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 7 days. Max bonus $25. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, home of the most entertaining sports talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Yes, I'm a seasoned broadcaster, but I've also got a fine head of hair.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Our 8 a.m. sponsor is Martin Law, which is the law firm for injured workers. Visit paworkinjury.com. Look what we got, Pat. We got T-shirts to sell.
Dongs.
The Dong Squad T-shirts are now for sale. $20 on the website. The flash sale is going to end next Monday. So you've got through Monday night. It's the Fanatic's newest T-shirt, the Dong Squad, commemorating all the dingers that the boys have been hitting this summer.
Big beefy boys.
Ringing that bell. Donging that bell. With every Dong Squad T-shirt that you purchase, you get 2 free FanFest tickets. October 1st at Xfinity Live. Get the FanFest 2022 details right at the website. So go to 97.5thefanatic.com and grab yourself a Dong Squad T-shirt. You can do that. That's a good design. Jamie, were you in any part of the design of that T-shirt?
No, none whatsoever. This
No?
came up with the Dong Squad.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
So you just came up with it.
I assume you didn't have to pose or anything for the Dong Squad?
No.
Nothing?
I
Okay.
assume that was
Nothing?
Greg Monahan did the design.
Greg Monahan is a genius around here. Greg is a very eclectic character. That Greg Monahan.
He's a fellow flip-flopsman.
Oh, he is.
Yeah.
He honestly is. If you were having a sitcom made about 97.5 The Fanatic,
He's like the surfer bro,
Greg
Kramer
Monahan
type.
would be a character that would come in, steal the scene, and then leave.
Drop out of the ceiling for the free food, grab it, and go.
And be gone.
Yeah, like a ghost.
He's brilliant. He's brilliant like that. Pat, who would play Greg Monahan? Because I'm thinking, if we did a radio show, a radio station type sitcom, Greg Monahan's definitely a character.
Yeah, probably.
Cowper is definitely a character. You'd have to have Cowper be a character.
So with Monahan, it's tough because the guy that I think would play him is a bit older now.
Are you talking about Sean Penn?
Relax. All right? My old man is a television repairman. Got this ultimate set of tools. I can fix it.
Yeah, like that's a gimme.
It could work. It could really work. We have to have Cowper, who is very, very tight clothing. That would be like the gig of his character.
I think Rob Riggle would work for him.
Rob Riggle is as Cowper.
I mean, that's just based
Jake
off of,
Arrieta.
That's a great one,
Yeah,
Jake Arrieta.
That's based off of his character in Step Brothers.
There you go. All right, Chapter 2 of our Eagles analysis this morning involves the Eagles defense, because Bob asked the question earlier. Who has to improve more for the Eagles to be a team? And Bob said yesterday, a division winner and a playoff win to him would be a really satisfying season. And I co-signed that 1,000 times over. Win the division this year, win a home playoff game, I'm good. I am absolutely good. In fact, I'm giddy about what next season will bring, because then I'd actually believe you're talking about a Super Bowl contender. But last year, we told you earlier with the offenses, 11 of the top 12 scoring offenses made the postseason. Well, 4 of the top 5 scoring offenses made the playoffs last year, and they were 2 and 3 seeds in each conference. But on defense, 2 of the top 4 scoring defenses didn't even make the playoffs. You realize that one? They didn't even make it. Do you know the best scoring defense that in the NFC? And by the way, they were the Saints.
Oh, Saints have a good defense.
They didn't even go to the playoffs.
Yeah.
The 3rd best overall defense, the Broncos.
Yeah,
they didn't go to the playoffs.
Broncos are going to be good.
And by the way, the Eagles smoked them. We're gonna have a bet. We're having a lunch bet on that. Burrito bet on that one.
They got a good defense, good pieces on offense.
They so 2 of the top 3 defenses in football, scoring defenses, didn't even make the postseason. Where 11 of the top 12 scoring offenses all went to the postseason.
It's an offensive league.
So when they tell you defense wins championships, I think they're lying, because, by the way, the Rams' defense was only slightly better than the Eagles in points allowed per game. Tougher schedule for the Rams.
Yeah.
But 4 of the top 12 defenses didn't go to the postseason. Only 1 of the top 12 offenses didn't go to the postseason. The Eagles' scoring defense last year was 18th at 22.6 points per game. The NFC division winners only were 1.2 points better per game. Packers, Rams, Cowboys. You're talking about the best teams out there. The 4 division winners in the NFC. Their defenses only gave up 1.2 points less per game. So when you're talking about a full season, all the Eagles have to do is improve defensively by 3 touchdowns, 20.4 points. That's all they got to improve. 3 touchdowns. So to get to where the division winners were last year, the Eagles' offense has to produce 6 more touchdowns, or the team has to produce 6 more touchdowns, and the defense has to give up 3 less. I think that to me, the 3 less touchdowns given up is a 2-foot putt for this Eagles defense. They're going to be so much better than 18th. I mean, I think they're top 12. I think that they will be a top 12 type defense. And if you were top 12 in offense last year. If you're top 12 offense and top 12 defense, you're making the postseason again, and you most likely are in the mix to be a division champion. But the division champions had one or the other get to a top 10. So which is it? Can the offense go to top 10? God bless you, Jamie. That was nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah.
Can the defense or the offense get to top 10? Offense was 18th last year.
It's funny. For all the teams that you named, like the Packers, the Cowboys, all that, Rams, when you're talking offense, defense, they don't go hand in hand to me the way the Eagles' offense and defense has to go hand in hand. And by that, I mean I expect Aaron Rodgers to have more than 2 or 3 long drives in a game. I expect the Rams offense to do the same, where they're going to hold on to the ball and their defense can sit and not get scored upon that way. Maybe they're not the best defenses in the league, but when they're not out there on the field, they can't get scored upon. The Eagles have to go hand in hand with their offense. Have to. Like, I don't think they're going to be a quick hitting, here we go, score, the way a Rodgers can do. No. The way other quarterbacks that you mentioned can do. So I look at the offense being better because of the defense, and the defense being better because of the offense with this Eagles team, more so than I see it with other teams.
And who benefits more? Does the Eagles defense benefit from the offense, or does the Eagles offense benefit from the defense?
I think that's probably going to be more likely, yes.
Yeah, hopefully there's more turnovers, which means shorter fields, which means easier touchdowns, ideally. I need the offense to be better, probably more importantly, because they just got to move the ball. They got to push the ball better than they did before. The scoring, that should be extremely obtainable. 6 more touchdowns.
And giving up 3 less.
Yeah, both should be obtainable.
You would be last year's average division winner in the NFL.
But I just need this offense to limit 3 and outs. Give the defense a break a little bit. They can't have bad series all the time. Like, not all the time, but consistently. They need to push the ball. They need to move it.
When you say push the ball, are you talking about
sustain some drives?
Are you talking about getting it down? Because
maybe a big play here.
When I hear that, I think getting it downfield.
Yeah, big play. They didn't really have a ton of big play potential. There was a couple to Quez. Outside of that, Devontae had a couple, like 30, 35-yard plays. Miles was kind of missing them last year. Goddard's got a chance to break tackles and make those big plays, but they need more of them for sure this year.
Pat, where do you fall on this? I mean, it's a 3-touchdown improvement by the defense, 6-touchdown improvement by points scored. But the defense can also contribute to that.
Yeah, defense needs to get better. I wasn't blown away by the defense last year. I didn't think that Jonathan Gannon had players. He finally does. I also think it's just big because the defense can keep them in games just by keeping the opposing offense in check. Like, that's obvious in the statement that I just said. But if you're limiting Jalen Hurts' forcing him to get back into football games, a la like the Tampa Bay game, in the first 3 drives, it became obvious. In order to get back in this game, Jalen Hurts could have to throw the ball. It's not his strength right now. So the defense, by just shutting the opposition down, is going to make life a whole lot easier on the quarterback, because I don't want to get into games where I'm sitting there in the fourth quarter and I'm like, crap, they're down by 2 scores. They got to throw to get back in it.
I got to tell you, the 9.5 just looks, even though it's up to 9.5 now, just looks too easy. It looks too easy.
It gives me some trepidation.
Because it looks so easy, you get that same. I get that Vegas same anxiousness.
Vegas was built on us saying, "Oh, that's an easy bet, right?" I don't. I'll tell you, I don't want to get too hyped up over video or too, put down by video. Although Tyrese Maxey looked really good last night up at LaSalle, I did not love what I saw out of Jalen Hurts the other night. A little bit. Not a little bit. I mean, plays breaking down because he wouldn't release the ball. I don't know if we're talking about this later or not, but I didn't. And some of it may have to do with the hi-hats that they're wearing. And this sounds silly, but I'm being serious with this. Those things that they're wearing on their helmets, the turtle things.
Yeah, it's stupid.
They look about 5 inches taller than a player normally is with his regular helmet. It's probably only a few, but it really makes Jalen Hurts look small back there. You know what I mean?
Because of
these things are these things are really, really big, and I don't know. And there was a stat yesterday that they in full scrimmage session, although no tackling, he only threw 18 passes again.
I told you is that he's thrown less passes this year.
I don't know what's going on here.
In camp than he's thrown at the same point last year, and there are 3 different guys covering the Eagles beat that actually track every single practice and the amount of throws, and he's thrown 3 less. Like he's thrown less passing attempts.
Yeah, they're going to be a run-first team still.
Isn't that the major whoop, whoop, whoop warning sign to go off?
You would think.
Yeah, now one of our YouTubers has a good point that their left tackle, they were down to like their 3rd, 4th string left tackle the other day because of injuries. Yes, great point. But just watching him go back, not throw, escape the pocket, guys coming and tagging him. I don't know. Maybe offensive guys aren't getting open, but
no, don't worry. Friday night you'll get a chance to watch him in game action.
Will we?
Oh,
no, we won't. Yeah, because we can't.
I'm kidding, Bob.
More bubble wrap.
He's not going to play.
Hey, protect your home with DryTech waterproofing solutions, and I love it because it's been a dry summer for the most part, but you know what's going to happen. We're going to get the big flooding rains and everything like that, and then your basement, which you already smell the water, is going to get worse. So Fanatic listeners get 15% off if you mention the Kincade Show. If you got water in your basement, cracks in your foundation, or you need mold remediation, trust the experts at DryTech. It's drytechcorp.com. In the linchpin, Jamie found something encouraging on the Jalen Hurts front.
This is the linchpin.
Yeah, if there's one thing I could hope for in preseason, in these joint practices coming up that would translate to the regular season, I'm not going arm strength. I'm not going even making the right play every time. I'm not going any of that. It's what the pass that he threw to A.J. Brown the other night that went, quasi-viral amongst Eagles Twitter, was him throwing to A.J. Brown down the right sideline. He looked like he almost fumbled the snap for a second, got his composure back, and uncorked it. But the thing that I hope translates to the season is A.J. Brown wasn't open, and he threw the ball anyway. I think that's the thing, if I could choose that he gets best at going into year 3, it would be that. It's the NFL. This isn't Alabama anymore. This isn't Oklahoma where guys are streaking wide open. You're rarely going to have blown coverages. You have to throw guys open and trust your receivers. I think he was a little hesitant in doing that last year. Even when the guys were open, he wasn't pulling it at the right times. That was slightly encouraging. I'm not going to go ahead and, try and make this out like, oh, he's fixed and he's going to do that. But if he can take one thing and build on it, that would be the thing for me. Have some trust in your guys and let it rip.
You know what?
That might be your only hope.
That's a great point because the only times he did it last year was to Devontae Smith.
And Quez a couple when he was wide open breaking.
But wide open.
But yeah.
Throwing it and trusting a receiver. If you remember some of the great catches, the tiptoe in the sidelines by Devontae Smith, the catch over the D-back of the Broncos, whose name I'm losing, the really good D-back, where Devontae Smith went up and made a great touchdown catch.
Patrick Surtain.
Yeah, Surtain.
Yeah.
So now it appears from everything that I've read that he has that trust in A.J. Brown.
Well, he's a big, strong man. Go trust him.
So if you have 2 receivers that you trust you can throw to go get a ball, it'll make Jalen Hurts maybe that much better.
Is he going to throw to Devontae Smith, though? Doesn't seem like he's finding him in camp. Even when he's not.
Well, Devontae's not his best friend.
Or not
no, I think he'll be
hamstrung by a groin.
I mean, I think if he was neglecting Devontae at some point, the coaching staff would be right to correct that because Devontae gets a lot of separation. He's going to be open. AJ might not create as much separation. AJ might be more that 50-50 ball kind of guy where you really have to trust. Devontae might just get open more. Not a knock on either one. Just, AJ Brown's a beast. He's a physical specimen. throw the ball, let him go grab it, and wrestle it away from D-backs. Devontae's just going to be open. Like, he's not going to physically overpower anyone.
He was afraid to throw into tight windows last year, though.
Yeah.
And the only times he really did was to Devontae. It was to Devontae, yeah.
So that's why I'm hoping if that's the slight change to his game, if that's something that him and Tom House worked on, where he's got to, just throw guys open a little bit, then that's a great thing.
That's what I don't think he has the ability to do. Throw guys open. I think
that's the hardest thing for NFL quarterbacks to learn how to do.
Coach Sirianni last year in one of his press conferences talked about, we've been trying to tell him, let it rip. Let it rip.
Yeah.
And he said that multiple times that was the obstacle to get over.
Quicker decisions.
If you don't get over it now with this guy in your fold, you're never getting over it.
Yeah. It's one of the favorite things that I used to do in practice was showing point guards about when a guy was open before he was open. If a guy's going to run a back door, as he's running hard baseline and his defender's trying to deny, as soon as he plants that foot to go back door, he's open.
Right.
Because the other guy's momentum, he's open. He doesn't look it yet. Throw that pass. He'll get open. That's the same thing with him. He has to trust that when Devontae runs it out and plants that right foot to go up, that he's open right there and not wait for it.
I don't want to beat the drum, but how do you get that trust and how do you get that confidence?
Reps.
Good receivers.
And they're not getting him.
Well, Devontae's got the hamstring.
And they're not playing. No, but they're not playing.
Oh,
but they're not playing.
But they're treating these joint practices as their games.
I say they're treating the regular season as their training camp.
I don't know if that's fair.
I do wonder if they were playing Dallas week 1 if
it would be different.
This. Yeah, I mean, I think the fact they're playing Detroit, I think that has a
part
to do with it.
And I don't like to give the ultimate hot take guys a lot of pub, but Michael Lombardi.
Oof. Just leave the Eagles alone, man.
He just doubles down on stupid. He doubles down on look at me. And anyone predicting a Detroit blowout week 1.
Some clown named Mike Lombardi.
To me, I'm telling you now in August, Detroit beats the Eagles. First of all, we don't even know who's going to be healthy for that game. We do not even know who's playing in that game at this point. We haven't seen someone who's going down. You're just trying to get attention. And I understand why. Because maybe you're going to get attention that way because quality football takes are a way you don't get attention.
Yeah, they're just level-headed.
So you just go out. And it doesn't. There's guys like Tim McManus who know how to do it, who actually are more journalistically speaking. And then there's guys who just literally drop bombs. Oh, Detroit's beating the Eagles week 1. What the hell are you basing that on? It's nonsense. We don't know. Is Jalen Hurts playing? I don't know. Is Miles Sanders going to be healthy? I don't know. Talking about a game that's being played week 1 in August and predicting that defiantly, oh, no, the Eagles are losing that game.
So is Mike Lombardi, if he saw the Detroit Lions training camp clip that went viral yesterday with Williams crying, in a passion speech, does that mean that they're going to come out and beat the Eagles week 1 and be a great team?
And what it is it's jackassery.
Yeah. It's one of the more head-scratching things, too, because as I told you before, I got to know Mike Lombardi a little bit because we did Daily News Live together for many years. And I'll use the term again.
I didn't think he was like this.
Mike doesn't seem to be that guy. He just doesn't. He's a good dude. And I've heard we talked an awful lot. He's a huge basketball fan also. I never pictured him to be that guy to go out there and just throw stuff against the wall and try to make it stick.
But I think when you're not getting traction with your other stuff.
Could be.
You decide that the way I'm going to try to get traction is by being outlandish. I'm going to say outlandish things, and then, wow, I'm going to have a forum because people are going to say, come on the air and justify the outlandish things that you're saying.
Yeah.
A lot of people in the media have taken that route. And Pat Egan would say that's not very smart to do. You hate the hot take stuff.
Can't stand it.
Who hates it worse, you or Chunas?
You got to throw me in the mix.
Jamie, you're right there. I mean, but it's just the outlandish, here, I'm going to throw something out.
I would puke trying to come up with some of these forced takes that people have.
Yeah, because if I'm going to have a stupid take.
And you've had a few.
It'll just come naturally.
And I've had many. It's going to be, that's not forced. That's.
Yeah, it just comes from your stupidity.
So they're giving people like me a bad name.
Well, coming up in the next hour, Fred Siegel will join us. You may not know the name, but Freezing Cold Takes Old Takes Exposed. You know it from Twitter. He's got a book coming out, and we'll discuss the evolution of his business, which has become huge. And we'll get to that coming up in the next hour, too. So stick around with us. Plus, this guy wants to be Joe Judge, and I have no idea why. It's the John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. Get the BetParx app. It's everything you're going to want in Pennsylvania and New Jersey in a digital casino and sportsbook. And yes, I say digital casino. I had never taken part in all the times I'm using the BetParx app. I had never used the digital casino. And then I was waiting at a doctor's office and I was playing 25-cent blackjack hands. It was fun, and it passed the time. And you know, right now with Pro Football Futures, you can bet on all things birds. You want to bet on how many games they're going to win this year? Do you want to bet over the 9.5? Do it. You want to bet under? I don't even want to know your name. If you want to bet them to win the division, you can do that. The odds are constantly changing. And if you want to bet on preseason football, I'm going to say be very careful. But the Birds now a 2.5-point home underdog hosting that team from New York that we don't hate as much, the green one, coming up on Friday night. Go get the BetParx app now. Download it now, betparx.com. New users can get their first bet risk-free up to $750. Just use the promo code Kincade. You got to be in Pennsylvania or New Jersey. Gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The John Kincade Show.
You can't just tag no offense on the end of something horribly offensive and act like it's okay.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic wants to take the show on the road.
And we're heading to your house?
It's 97.5 The Fanatic's backyard broadcast.
Yep, we're planning a big backyard party.
We just need the backyard. That's where you come in. Can your backyard handle cornhole with Kincade, beers with Bob, a throw with Ricky Bo? How about cannonballs with Cuz?
Go to 975thefanatic.com for complete details and to get your place in the running to host 97.5 The Fanatic's backyard broadcast.
We'll bring the fun and games and mics and speakers. You provide the playground.
Go to 975thefanatic.com now to enter 97.5 The Fanatic's backyard broadcast. Presented by Philly Pretzel Factory, the official soft pretzel of the Philly sports fan. Royal Billiard Moving Sale happening now. Up to 50% off everything in store.
At 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. For 30 years, we've been in the business of bringing dignity back to those who've lost it. And it isn't something we take for granted. Dignity means bringing a paycheck home, being able to put food on the table, and provide for your family. For 30 years, I've fought to bring dignity back to those who lost it after an accident or an injury. And because we believe in dignity, it is also the heart of our charitable contributions and our fight for the powerless. It's why we donated $10 million to pass the legalization of medical marijuana in Florida, so that the most ill can live and die with dignity. Let my family fight for your family and your dignity. Call us for a free consultation. Dial pound law on your cell phone. That's pound 529. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
If you run a small business, efficiency has never been more important. So for a limited time, Comcast Business is introducing small business savings. Call now to get powerful internet for just $39 a month for 12 months, with no annual contract and a money-back guarantee. All on the largest, fastest, reliable network for small businesses. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 9/21/22. Requires EcoBill and AutoPay. Restrictions apply. New business 50 megabits per second customers only. Equipment, taxes, and other charges extra and subject to change. After promo, regular rates apply.
Mom, Dad, you should shop Amazon for back to school and save some money. See, I'm currently obsessed with superheroes and need all the superhero stuff. Superhero lunchbox, superhero backpack. But next year, it'll be something else. Maybe dinosaurs? I don't know. I'm not a fortune teller. But I can tell you not to spend a fortune and shop low prices for school on Amazon. Okay, good chat. Amazon. Spend less, smile more.
This radio commercial was made to convince you to stop speeding. We can't use siren sound effects on the radio, so we'll use other equally jarring sound effects to get your attention. Like telling you that whether you drive a little over the speed limit or a lot, you can crash just the same. You could hurt yourself, or worse, others.
I'm at the scene of the collision.
And the damage you cause will be beyond repair. See, we didn't have to use crash or siren sounds after all. Speeding catches up with you. Brought to you by NHTSA.
Dealing with an outdated printer that just can't keep up with you? Visit Staples and upgrade to a new HP Envy Inspire with HP Plus, HP's best home printer. And it comes with 6 months of free ink. It prints everything you need, from homework and work documents to incredible photos and more with amazing quality. Right now, save $70 on the HP Envy Inspire 7955E. Available at Staples. Offer valid through August 27th. See staples.com/HP Plus for details.
Progressive Insurance protects people's cars, homes, and other vehicles. But if you've ever seen our commercials or even just heard our name, you probably already knew that. What you may not know is that we support Humble Design, a nonprofit that furnishes homes for families and veterans emerging from homelessness. Because a little help goes a long way. And a lot of help, well, you get the idea. Now, if you already knew all of this about Progressive Insurance, we're impressed. We'll have to find something else cool to tell you next time. Find out more about how we're dedicated to our customers and communities at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
I absolutely love my dog, but the constant shedding, not so much. But then I got a Swiffer Sweeper Pet Kit, and it is amazing. These super thick cloths pick up a crazy amount of hair. Just look at all that. And that was from just one swipe. And the best part? Sweeper's so much easier to maneuver than a broom or a vacuum, easily getting around chairs and under the couch. You're right. Now I can focus on you, not your shedding. Swiffer Sweeper Pet Kit, because shed happens.
Hey, it's Cuz. Are you thinking about an in-ground pool? Think again. Spa, Hearth, and Home has a better idea. How about a swim spa? It's a pool and a hot tub all in one. Swim spas are perfect for year-round aquatic fitness, fun, relaxation. Why pay more? Why wait longer for a pool you'll use only for a quarter of the year? Spa, Hearth, and Home has swim spas in stock, on display today, baby. Route 38 in Maple Shade, online, spahearthandhome.com.
Are you a skilled carpenter with a creative side? Are you tired of not being challenged, appreciated, or just hate going to your current job? If so, Valley Grove Construction is looking for you. We keep our carpenters engaged and motivated by doing a variety of work. We provide a safe and entertaining work environment, so our carpenters look forward to coming in each day. If you're looking to earn top dollar and join a company that will truly value your talent, please apply today. That's valleygroveconstruction.com and click on the Join Our Team link. valleygroveconstruction.com.
For over 35 years, Health Partners Plans has been proudly caring for people in the community. Our nationally recognized Medicaid plan offers a growing network of doctors and hospitals so you can get care close to home. Health Partners can help you get the care you need, including doctor and hospital visits, prescriptions, immunizations, eye and dental care, and more. To learn more, please call 1-800-553-0784 or visit hpplans.com. Health Partners, trusted care where and when you need it.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Are you a foxhole guy for the John Kincade Show? Then prove it. Tap the 97.5 The Fanatic app all morning long, before and after your commute.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Jamie's screaming about something when I come in the room. What's going on?
You can't just lie about people and just put it out there that somebody does something when they don't.
I don't think it's really out there. I think it was just a conversation between me and you.
No, I think Coach and Egan are telling people around here that I'm the chair picker, and it's utterly false, and it pisses me off.
The chair picker.
I thought
Do
you
you
were
think
kidding.
I would act like this if I was kidding?
No, I don't. I'm on your side.
This
I told
is
you
ridiculous.
I got your back.
I'm not the chair picker. I've sat down in chairs that are picked, and if there's a piece dangling, I'll take it off because it interferes with my arm. I am not the chair picker. And if you hear that from people in this office, it's an utter lie, it's a falsehood, and Egan will see me in court for libel and screwing my good name.
I don't think you have a good name.
Yes, I do. My family likes me.
I'm going to tell you this. There's no reason these new chairs that have plastic arms or rubberized, are these plastic or rubber?
Rubber.
Rubberized arms.
How's my chair I've been sitting in for months?
Look, here's the chair I sit in.
Okay.
That is not me.
Heck, now this chair, this is the most popular chair, the one with the ring on the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
I have never, ever, not once in 5 years here picked anything off of a chair.
I
never.
don't understand why
Pieces
people would
dangle,
do it.
and I will pick them off and throw them out that are dangling. I am not the picker.
Who is the picker then?
I don't know this, but can someone go look at Jamie's chair right now and tell me what it looks
It's
like?
completely fine.
I'm asking. I don't know. I haven't examined it. And we do
Is
move
it
around
Not a
chairs,
mark,
by the
not
way.
a mark on it.
We do
Wait a minute,
move
though. The
around
chairs do get
sometimes.
moved around. That's one thing I will say.
I picked the same chair because I like this one.
Okay.
You do pick the chair, then.
Yeah. I like the
Well,
newer
not-
chairs
you don't
as
pick
opposed
the
to the
chair.
older chairs. I don't pick the chairs. I choose the chair, John.
Okay.
Now, this one is picked.
It's been like that for years.
But
Yeah.
who's picking chairs?
There's a lot of
Who does
ex-employees
this?
that aren't here anymore.
But why?
I don't know. Now, Pat and Bob
Well,
have
then
known
out them.
they've known me
Out them, though.
longer
Who are
than
the
you
people
have.
that did that?
Do you really
we
believe
can't.
I would react the way I did if I was the chair picker?
I don't think you're the chair picker. I'm on your side.
Oh, wait. Has chair
I'm
picking
offended.
has chair picking stopped when some certain people have left the organization?
It's gotten better of late.
Hard to tell.
Oh,
So
there
is there
could be evidence down in Chuck's office on another chair to see if it's been picked.
And I did not do that one because I knew how much that chair cost. And I used to say, you're a real psycho if you picked that chair with that price tag on it.
But you never sat in that chair either.
No, I didn't like that
No.
chair.
The pick
Me neither.
chair. It's all
That
pick,
chair
pick,
is pick. I never sat in it once. So there goes your damn case, Egan. And Coach, you're guilty too, spreading libel.
Sure.
You'll hear from my attorney.
That's fine. I'm not really concerned about
You're
it.
a picker.
No, I'm not.
Jamie, we have it
Say
on
it
video.
again.
Wait, we
on
know-
YouTube. We see you
Wait a
picking
minute.
all
You
day.
like-
Dangling pieces
Okay,
of
but you-
previously
okay.
picked chairs.
Okay, but you do pick at other things
Yeah,
constantly.
There's a lot of
I
evidence.
pick at my nails.
There's a lot of
Pick your
evidence.
nails,
So
you
I
pick
pick
it.
my nails, so
You
that
pick
means
a
I'm
fruit?
no, I pull the
You
stupid
dissect fruit like you're Dexter.
those clementines, the veins, they
Yes,
suck.
you get
get
them
those
out.
in your
You're
tooth.
like,
Yeah, you pick them off so they don't get in your teeth.
So you are a picker.
There is
not
pick
of
in your
chairs.
past.
I picked nails.
well,
So I pick nails. Now I'm a chair
pick your
picker.
nails.
I don't want to.
I'm on your side, dude.
I mean, this is ridiculous.
I don't
I'll
wanna
be your
put
lawyer.
Gasoline on the fire here, but there's a lot of evidence that suggests that if somebody at this station currently were to be the chair picker, it would be Jamie.
It's not, and I'll fight. I'll fight you. Say it one more time.
You're the chair picker. And I'm just saying.
All right,
that
meet me
based
in
on-
Temecula
based on
outside
me
after the
getting-
show.
I'm just doing this based on me getting my ass kicked to be good for the show.
Yeah,
All right,
And I
it would
think
be good.
Good
YouTube numbers
content.
would be
All right,
good.
Get it on the website.
All right, well, but Tim McManus' training camp report, by the way, 4 o'clock today on the best show ever, which is good. Now, do we have a little one of those signs? You know, like the sort of the show signs, like there's the John Kincade show sign, and then there's best show ever sign. Do they have one of those in there in the back, Coach? Do we have one?
Sure.
We have one of those?
Yeah.
Because I think we should have one of the best show ever should also be up on the wall in here. So that way when we're on, and then when they're on, one of our signs is on when they're on. I think it'd be just kind of, and we get a Cuz radio sign one too. We got to get Cuz one of these signs. Put them all up here. So we all cross-promote each other and support each other at this radio station.
There you go.
Just a thought. Wouldn't that be an odd thought? That every show promotes all the shows. It'd be a great idea. I'm just saying. Hey, Matt Rule is following in the footsteps of Joe Judge. We argued this stuff last summer. And I got to tell you, our own Anthony Gargano was very much in support of Joe Judge's sort of high school annex. His, Tommy's we're going to make him run after practice. We're going to make him do push-ups. Matt Rule's doing the same exact stuff this year. And I can't believe he's doing it. After a practice the other day, he literally stopped practice because the offense celebrated after scoring a touchdown. Matt Rule pounced around on the field, screamed at everybody, and then made everybody on the offense run. A penalty lapse. I can't believe that Matt Rule has just digressed into being Joe Judge. I don't even understand it. He is now into the screaming at veteran players. He's a third-year coach in the NFL. And last year I made fun of it, and I thought, I can't believe that that an NFL coach is doing that stuff with Joe Judge. I never expected to hear about Matt Rule. Well, I never thought he would digress into that.
Yeah, there's a little more
show.
to it. So they score a touchdown, and there's referees on the field, and they do so much extra celebrating that the ref called threw a flag.
That he said if it had been in a real game,
Right, exactly.
that would have potentially.
Now, look, we're begging for the Eagles to clean things up. Last year, the first 7 games was horrible, bad penalties after bad penalties, and we go back to saying you should have fixed that in training camp, and that should have been done. I'm kind of a disciplined guy when it comes to sports. I don't know about making grown men run. because you can lose guys like that pretty quickly. But I don't mind there being discipline for if you're going to do something like that in practice.
That everybody runs, though?
Yeah, I don't know how you discipline them, but I don't mind teaching us. Look, maybe it's happened 5 or 6 times where he's like, yo, guys, knock that off. All right, let's get our work done. And during the games, you can do your celebration, but no, what a penalty. And maybe they did it again. And maybe there is some friction between players and coach there. I don't know. But the fact that they did get a penalty off of it, I think it deserves to be addressed.
I said it last summer, and I'll say it again. Last summer, I said that's bad news for Joe Judge. Joe Judge is on a short leash. It'll be done. Screaming and yelling at players, making them do high school penalty runs. It's going to backfire.
Yeah, Joe Judge was somewhere smiling yesterday as the Giants got into fights all over practice, and apparently 2 of the coaches get
they get into it.
Yeah,
I can't believe though that Matt Rule.
Yeah, I mean it's tough until you know because you do have to discipline these guys at times.
You don't make the whole team run.
Well,
that's nonsense.
I mean,
and scream at them, yell at them, the whole team, and fingers in your face.
I bet they don't do it next practice. They don't want to run. Nobody wants to run.
It just seems like high school Harry.
I know, but there's so few ways that the coach can discipline unacceptable behavior when you're dealing with millionaires. You know, you hit them in the pocket, you're done.
Yeah.
You individual, call
That's
them
where
out.
you can't hit them is in the pocket. You
so
can't.
you have very limited ways to do it.
Yeah.
And if somebody's forcing the whole team to run, they're going to hear it from the rest of the teammates. So I don't know. It could work.
I mean, it's a good conversation piece in that we wanted the Eagles to be more disciplined last year.
Yeah, I don't want them to I don't want my high school coach. I want a pro coach.
Okay, but your pro coach had them ill-prepared for the first 7 games of the season, so much so that they were on a pace to create record amount of penalties.
I've talked.
There's somewhere in between.
And I know as you have, Bob, you talk to a lot of professional athletes, and I would always hear from them, deal with stuff one-on-one with grown men. Deal with stuff in the film room. Deal with stuff one-on-one on the practice field. Call somebody over and deal with it one-on-one. Screaming in people's faces tends to be really rejected at the pro level.
Oh, look at some of the people that have screamed in faces. I mean, Bill Parcells was one of them. You could look at a lot of successful coaches.
He's another generation.
Yeah, but I mean, successful nonetheless. I hear you, and I'm not saying what he did I 100% agree with, but when a whole offense goes over and celebrates and it costs you a penalty, and your lesson has to be, hey, listen, you do that in one game and it costs field position, the other team scores field, and we lose that game and we miss out on the playoffs by 1 game, your discipline is going to be you're not going to get that playoff paycheck or you're not going to get, where you want it to be for this team to go. So the discipline right now, you guys are going to run laps and I'm going to make you look stupid before you make yourself look stupid during a regular season game.
Welcome back to Wawa Siptopia, the handcrafted beverage happy place. Enjoy smoothies, refreshers, hot and iced lattes, or try the new frozen coffee and frozen refreshers. Gotta have a Wawa. Pat, you're an ice cream freak. Do you do are the refreshers sort of like some of those like that? Some of them look almost like a sherbet thing.
Yeah.
Or are they more like milkshakes?
Yeah, they're kind of, you're right. They're kind of more like a sherbet-ish. I usually stick with the smoothies, but like the cream smoothies, because they have the smoothies that are good for you, like the fruit ones, right? And then they have like the bad boy smoothies, smoothies that Vance from Co-Pair will not approve of. I like those.
Liv and her friend Sophie had something that looked like that you had. It almost looked like something you'd get at like a Dairy Queen that you have to like eat with a spoon. That was one of those Wawa, and it had like cookies in it, all in it. I don't know if it was the Chips Ahoy one.
They had the Floricanes, they call them.
What was that, like a Chips Ahoy
Oh,
one?
yeah, those are the for real ones that you put in the machine and it spins.
It looked amazing.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
They looked good. So
I had a phase with those.
Hey, in Cooney's Corner, give it to us, Bob. Bob's talking about what conclusions he's going to come to, but how.
Now, let's see what's in Cooney's Corner.
Yeah, I had a short fuse on this, and I didn't even realize I had it until
shorter than
yesterday.
Jamie with the chair picking?
No, that was quicker than quick. But I can't wait for the first 3, 4, 5 games to come to a conclusion about whether the Eagles are going to be prepared or not. I just can't.
You're tired of the conversation, sort of?
I'm not tired of conversation.
Okay.
I'm tired of the way Nick Sirianni's going about it. I am.
I am, too.
You know, what I saw yesterday, that in live action, Jalen Hurts threw 18 passes. Look, he had to have ankle surgery after the season, okay? That puts you out for a while. You don't have the chance to go up against rushing defenses and have all your offense with you during the offseason. Yeah, you can throw with some teammates. You can go to Tom House and try to get in to fix whatever it is he's trying to fix, whatever. But you need to stand in there against rushes, and you need to read guys open, and you need to see it live. Like this, I almost cursed. This stuff has to happen now. It's got to happen now. And the fact that I'm seeing that he's throwing 18 passes in live action yesterday, like what's going on?
I have no idea what's going on.
I'm not. And like I wrote last week for one of the Coonies columns, I'm not being a Harry hard ass like you got to practice. But like, you're not a good tackling team, and you're not practice tackling. Your quarterback can't read defenses, according to a playoff defensive coordinator, shouting it out loud
on NFL films,
and you're not practicing that. Like, you shouldn't just be practicing it. You should be practicing it over and over and over and over again. And we're reading that on average he's throwing about 15 to 18 passes a day,
which doesn't make sense to me at all. It absolutely makes no sense.
Yeah, so if I come out and I see ill-preparedness, especially with this offense, especially with Jalen Hurts, yeah, I'm getting to the point where I'm not liking it at all.
I'm going to be nuts. I'm going to go nuts on it. If they get off to a terrible start this year of sloppy play and everything like that, I'm going to be like, we should have known from last year.
Yeah, that's why I'm using the first 5 or 6 games as kind of like my decider on Sirianni's camps. I can't make any bold proclamations about it yet, because last year I do think, learning personnel, rookie head coach, was probably underwater calling the plays. This year he's coming in. He knows his personnel better. He knows what works for him a little better as a head coach. So if it happens again, I'll probably be disgusted and say next year you got to get back to somewhat of a real NFL camp. If they come out and are fine, then I'll probably see where he's coming from and accept it and be fine with it.
I guess what did put me over the top was when I saw the 15 to 18 throws that he's getting away. That Jalen Hurts is getting. The two things you need to improve on most, you're not practicing. You're not practicing tackling, and you're not practicing as much as I think you should. Your quarterback reading and seeing defenses.
But I can also tell you that the head coach believes that you can do that stuff in the classroom. You can improve on tackling in the classroom. I completely disagree with that. Now, he's a head coach. He understands. Maybe you can understand.
I think half of tackling is the angles you take, right?
So you can, but you have to execute them.
Yeah.
You have to be out there in a field going,
sure,
okay, take this angle.
But Nick's not the first guy to believe this.
You can't
like
sit
Chip
in a
Kelly
classroom
believed
and
this.
watch that.
Chip was all about fast practice. We'll correct stuff in the film room.
Yep.
I mean, if you trust your players to do that, it can work, theoretically. I mean, how much do these guys need to practice tackling? But what you're practicing is not getting penalties, right?
I think they do.
But more than that, if you and I are on a field together, playing football for the first time together, and we're defensive players, and you're a corner and I'm a linebacker or whatever, and they throw it out to a wide receiver that you're covering, and I know that you love to go full bore on the tackle when a guy's standing still at the line of scrimmage, and I know that wide receiver has a great first step and he has a real good chance of going around you, I want to be able to know that from going through it on the field with you. Like, I know Jamie's not a good tackler in assistance. I got to get over there quicker. I don't want to wait till game 1 and I don't get over there and it's a touchdown.
But you're learning that in the classroom, then you just have to translate it to the field.
See if it can happen.
I don't know. I mean, I wish they would do it more. Yeah, I hear you.
I'm very interested in these first 5 or 6 games.
Discuss this in person with us at PJ's in Hatfield on Thursday night, 5 to 7 for our PJ's Happy Hour. It's 190 40-foot road in Hatfield, Pennsylvania. 40-foot road. We have our 5 questions with Kincade, and one of them is going to Heavy Chevy, so Heavy Chevy's going to have to make his way around to the studio for question number 2.
It's time for 5 questions with John Kincade.
I'm going to put one to Coach.
Question 1.
Coach, it's really hot. I know Jamie likes to sweat a lot. I know you don't seem like you really like the sweat as much, but you don't seem to complain about the heat the way a lot of us do.
Nope.
Do you know
He's a reptile.
Do you know when the hottest days were ever recorded in the state of Pennsylvania? And what the temperature was? Do you know the highest recorded temperature day ever in the state of Pennsylvania?
Seems like a trick question. You'd think it'd be summer months.
Yep. It is summer months.
All right, I would say...
What's the highest temperature ever?
It would be an August day. No?
That would be my guess.
A July day.
Oh, July. Okay. I would say probably 102.
Highest temperature ever in the state of Pennsylvania recorded? 1936. 2 consecutive days. July 9th and July 10th. 111 degrees.
I was going to guess 108.
111. The second hottest day in the history of the state of Pennsylvania was 107. So you had 2 days that hit 111. And then the next hottest day was 107. It was also in 1936.
Yeah,
also in 1898. Also in 1966. Also in 2005. 107, July 14th, 2005. It hit 107. 106 hit in 1936. That would have been a bad summer. 1918.
Wasn't fun.
It's the humidity that kills you.
The other time, 105 was hit in 1966, 1983, 2011. And 104 was hit again in 1936, 1966, and 1936. So the 5 hottest days in the state of Pennsylvania, only one of them has come in the last 20 years. Says for those dates. And they are really hot, 111. Let's go to question 2.
Question 2.
All right, we go to Heavy Chevy. Hi, Mikey. This is Heavy Chevy. There he is. He's waving. He's going to put his mic on there. He's waving.
Yo,
Hi,
what's
Heavy
up?
Chevy. How are you?
Good.
You know, you know, she did a real good job last weekend for you.
Who's
Just
that?
gonna say.
Oh, Haley.
Haley was
yeah,
killing it
yeah,
last
yeah.
week.
Yeah, she did all
We
right.
have to
did a really
commend
good
Mike
job.
because he taught her.
Mike taught her.
Yes.
Did a great job.
Great job.
Mike, I have to ask you something about your generation.
Sure.
Why do 20-somethings and teens continue to wear hoodies in hot weather? And by the way, Forbes actually did a story on this. Why do 20-somethings and teens still wear hoodies in the middle of summer when it's 85, 90 degrees and you see people walking around with hoodies?
It's just swag. It just looks cool. I do it.
Swag.
Yeah.
I don't see you do it often.
I don't do it often. I mean, around here, it's freezing in this building, so I'll wear it around here. But
This is out in public.
yeah,
This
the
is not like 'cause
oversized,
yeah.
the oversized hoodie is a big fashion staple for that age group. I don't know what it is. It looks cool.
The number one reason given in this Forbes piece when they polled the teenagers and the 20-somethings, body image concerns.
Really?
Yep, number one.
A hoodie makes you look trim, Mike.
A hoodie.
I just thought it looked
a
cool.
hoodie
I don't know.
hides. A hoodie hides their body imperfections.
Wow.
Do you mean to tell me guys are worried about their body imperfections?
I'd be more worried about sweating.
That's what I would be
Yeah.
too. Plus more pockets to carry devices and store devices
I
and
can
everything.
see that. I can understand that. But wow, I didn't.
Those were
body
the
image.
2 biggest ones.
Okay.
Body image and more pockets.
I would have never guessed.
So you get out of here.
I'm scramming out of here. I'm
Waddle
going
on
to
out
put
of
on
here.
a sweatshirt.
Don't
Yeah.
show your body. Don't be showing your body, Chevy. Cover it up. All right, question 3.
Question 3.
All right, Bob Cooney. We don't do Mount Rushmore topics on this show because we actually do show prep. But I'd be fascinated to know if Bob Cooney had a dinner reservation at a great Philly or New Jersey restaurant and he could invite 3 guests from Philly sports. They all must be alive. Who are you eating and dining with? Everyone must be alive.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
3 Philly guests you get to invite from Philly sports. They all must be alive, though.
All right, I think I'm going to go Charles Barkley.
Okay, sounds fun.
I'm going to go Dr. J. And I'm going to go Jason Kelsey because he'll have an Irish coffee with me after the dinner.
There you go. That's a good one. I was asked the other day about a golf foursome, and I was thinking of you. I said, but Cooney, don't want to doing that. All right, question 4.
Question 4.
If this happened to you at a foreign restaurant, Jamie Lynch, what would you do? A notorious Greek restaurant scammed a couple for $557 for 2 beers, 2 cocktails, and and a selection of a dozen oysters. And when these Canadian tourists, they literally in Mykonos.
Yeah.
Have you been there?
I have not. It's on the bucket list, though.
They got charged $510 for 2 cocktails, 2 beers, and I'll show you a picture of the beers if they still have it here. These are the pictures of the beers. For those, they're the size of a person's foot.
Das Boot.
Das Boot. And you don't get to take the glass with you.
Yeah.
Okay?
What would I do?
$510, and they literally brought the security out to them when they started to complain, going, wait a minute here. You didn't tell us you didn't give us you didn't tell us the prices. They wouldn't give them a menu, and they charged them $510 for that.
Well,
they said to them, here's the security guards surrounded the table.
Wow. When traveling, always use your credit card. Never use a debit or ATM. So I would immediately just say, okay, yeah, I'm calling my credit card company and disputing this charge. See you later. Never coming back here. I'm going to slander you online. You suck. Bye.
Okay.
Yeah. When traveling, always use a credit card because you get some protection there.
And then you could go back later and claim fraud.
We were just accidentally overcharged by a restaurant when we were away. They rightfully corrected it, but it was on our debit card, and I went, you idiot. You should have used the credit card.
All right, last one. Question 5 goes to Pat.
Question 5.
Pat, short men. What do you bring to the table, Pat? Like, what do you bring to the table for women?
Well, we're all the same size when you're horizontal. So we got that going for us.
What if I told you, Pat, that you're a sex machine?
No.
No. How about this? The Journal of Sexual Medicine has found that short men are much more sexually active.
Well, I had it harder.
If you're under 5'9", you have like a 25 to 30% more coital frequency.
Wow.
I prefer to swallow.
Than a man who's 5'9" or above.
Congrats on all the sex, Pat.
Tall, dark, and handsome men tend to get sex around 35% less.
Who doesn't like a good
in their
bone?
lifetime than men? And a New York University study found that not only do short men have more sex, they're also 32% less likely to be divorced. So, Pat, you're an absolute prize.
So for a lot of that, I'll say it doesn't apply to me.
It doesn't apply?
Yeah, I'm very open about this. The bedroom is a sad place where there's a lot of crying, apologizing. It is what it is. I live with it every day.
She's crying and you're apologizing?
She's kind of shaking her head, and I'm like, honey, it's over. I called you an Uber. Don's going to be here in his Honda Civic in about 12 minutes.
There we go. There are your 5 questions for today. Shorter men, though. And by the way, there's like 4 studies on that thing. Lad Bible, you can read more about it. Lad Bible.
Yeah, I like Lad Bible.
You can read more about that. But shorter men are obviously much more
horned up.
No, much more active. They and much more loyal to their spouses.
Well, the horniness gets compacted per square inch. So shorter frame, hornier person.
All right, spinning off of the Pete Rose topic.
Science.
There is another landmine right around the corner. John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic. As a 2-time cancer survivor, I thank all of you. Because I know that cancer impacted my life in a deep, very meaningful way. And I can tell you that beating cancer affected my life for the better. But why did I beat it? Because of people like the American Association for Cancer Research. And there are more than 50,000 researchers worldwide that drove progress to save my life. And they are constantly helping cancer patients worldwide by accelerating scientific discoveries that benefit patients and their loved ones everywhere. You know, when you donate to the AACR, you directly support those scientists and the doctors who discover the next cancer breakthrough. So what I want you to do is help in a tangible way. Right now, go to aacr.org/fanatic. That's aacr.org/fanatic. This work is fantastic. It's God's work. And I can tell you that whether it's your parents, whether it's your loved ones, or whether it's you, cancer's going to affect your family. Let the AACR be on your side and well-funded. Go to aacr.org/fanatic because I'm living proof that cancer research saves lives.
The John Kincade Show.
He's a very strange young man.
He's an idiot. Comes from upbringing.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
Yo, Philadelphia, Anthony Gargano here with my childhood friend, Bob Marino, now president, Huntington Valley Bank. Bob, tell me about Huntington Valley Bank.
We are a full-service, fast-growing community bank with a great lineup of competitive products and services.
Go on.
We've always done residential mortgages, but now we have built a best-in-class business banking group.
Meaning?
We are attracting business customers by offering the best business bankers and the best services to help businesses become number one in their fields.
Sounds like Huntington Valley Bank is the best bank for your business.
Right on. And great tagline, Ant. Here's another stat. We just celebrated our 150th anniversary.
Wow. So Huntington Valley Bank is a seasoned player with a history of working with a team of experienced bankers whose goals are to deliver top-notch customer service. You heard it right here, folks. That's Bob Marino, the GOAT, President Huntington Valley Bank. The best bank for your business, celebrating 150 years as a top contender in local banking. Huntington Valley Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Hey, it's Cuz. Are you getting ready for a home improvement cleanup? The garage, the bathroom, big move? Let me tell you about the perfect solution, the Bagster. The Bagster, by far the most convenient, affordable way to help with your cleanup. The Bagster isn't just a great product. It's a 3 cubic yard dumpster in a bag sold at Home Depot, Lowe's, local home improvement stores everywhere, and for only $29.99. Holds 3,300 pounds of waste. Buy it, fill it, schedule your collection. Poof, it's gone. Clean it up with the Bagster dumpster in the back.
It's a fact. Only 0.0001% of people will ever step up to the plate as a pro baseball player. For the rest of us, there's BetRivers.com Sportsbook app. Featuring same-game parlays, you can combine the excitement of different bets all from the same game. Totals? Bet 'em. Spreads? Bet 'em. Player props? It's a home run. Download the BetRivers.com Sportsbook app today. It's a whole new game.
Presented by Rivers Casino Pittsburgh. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
If this were a Reese's TV ad, you'd be staring at a Reese's peanut butter cup. And sure, my voice is peanut buttery smooth, but still, you need to see the peanut butter cups, right? No? I can really just say Reese's and you'll go get some? Okay. Reese's. 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 Really working, actually. Reese's. Reese's. I'm on to something. Reese's. Reese's. Reese's.
This radio commercial was made to convince you to stop speeding. We can't use siren sound effects on the radio, so we'll use other equally jarring sound effects to get your attention. Like telling you that whether you drive a little over the speed limit or a lot, you can crash just the same. You could hurt yourself or worse, others.
I'm at the scene of the collision.
And the damage you cause will be beyond repair. See, we didn't have to use crash or siren sounds after all. Speeding catches up with you. Brought to you by NHTSA.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save over $700 on average, and those savings add up. Imagine what you could buy in the future.
So yeah, I used the savings from switching to Progressive 50 years ago to finally buy my dream car. It's a self-driving flying car, but we just say self-flying now. You know, because it's the future, and cars fly in the future.
So switch to Progressive and save big, because those savings can add up in the future. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. National annual average insurance savings by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive in 2020. Potential savings will vary.
Looking for ways to shine bright this summer? With Summer of Dash Pass by DoorDash, get more member-only perks and discounts than ever before. The more you shop, the more you save, with 0 delivery fees and access to exclusive items that make your summer feel easy and breezy. Sign up now with promo code DASH50 for 50% off your first order, up to a $15 value. Dash Pass benefits apply only to eligible orders that meet the minimum order amount. Other fees, taxes, and gratuity may apply. Terms apply.
As a contractor installing windows, you deserve a simple choice. Anderson 400 Series windows. They're the cladwood windows contractors trust the most. So much so, they're the windows contractors trust for their own homes. And they even have fewer callbacks for extra peace of mind. When it comes to windows, the choice is simple. It's Anderson 400 Series windows. The windows contractors trust the most. Request a quote at AndersonWindows.com today.
Claims based on 2022 Anderson brand survey of U.S. contractors.
If you run a small business, efficiency has never been more important. So for a limited time, Comcast Business is introducing small business savings. Call now to get powerful internet for just $39 a month for 12 months, with no annual contract and a money-back guarantee. All on the largest, fastest, reliable network for small businesses. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 9/21/22. Requires EcoBill and AutoPay. Restrictions apply. New business 50 megabits per second customers only. Equipment, taxes, and other charges extra and subject to change. After promo, regular rates apply.
Think you know Amazon? Think again. Did you know you can get paid when it works best for you? Yeah, that means you can get the money you earned directly after your shift. Or that you get benefits like healthcare on your very first day. As an Amazon warehouse associate, you'll be amazed by what you can get. To learn more about all of the benefits of working an hourly job at Amazon, go to amazon.com/hourly. That's amazon.com/hourly. Amazon is proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, home of the most entertaining sports talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Whether you were a day one listener or have just joined the party, we're glad to have you here. It's the John Kincade Show. It's continuing now
on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
9 o'clock hour of the John Kincade Show. It's brought to you by the Bagster, and you know what it is. It's a dumpster in a bag. Get yours today at Home Depot and Lowe's. For details, go to Bagster.com. Get the Bagster going. My buddy Joe has wanted to clean out his garage forever. He's been saying, he saw when our new house got built, and he was like, man, the garage, the setup is really, really nice and everything. He's been wanting to clean out his garage. So the other day we're driving up to Scranton, and Joe wasn't in the car with us, but his other buddies. We all agreed we're going to give Joe free labor, and I'll bring the Bagster.
Wow,
We'll give him free labor.
It's that much?
Well, no, I think it's one of those things where it's an undertaking because he said to every one of his buddies, he said that he wants to clean. He'd like to clean out his garage and get it organized and everything like that. So I said, look, I'll get a Bagster. I'll get the Bagster. I'll give you free labor. All you got to do is feed me lunch. That's all you got to do. I'll work on a Saturday. You tell me the date. You got the free labor. And the other guys in the car were all like, we'd help too. So he's got all the free labor.
No excuses.
But we're going to get him a Bagster.
Got to get some of those big industrial shelves.
Joe Amicone just needs to get off his backside with it and have a nice clean garage.
It feels great.
The Bagster does that. It'll be a refreshing thing for him.
Purging is great.
As long as it's purging stuff.
Yeah, I'm not talking about human purging.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I have to do my garage, and I can't wait to do it because the end result is so cool.
I would do the same. I'd give you the same offer.
You just have a beer and you sit in it and you go,
You have some
I have
food?
a kegerator in my garage.
No, but Bob, you have the food, the free labor will help you on out.
No, those I appreciate that, but that is one thing I tell my wife: don't come out here. Let me do it.
You want to do it on your own.
I put in my headphones. Like I said, there is a kegerator there, so if it gets to be, although I do like to do it in the morning, so I'm not drinking beer.
Will you do it over 4 or 5 days?
Oh no! Once I start, I don't stop till I'm done. Yeah, kind of like Pat in the boudoir.
Very much.
So it only takes you 30 seconds to clean out your garage.
Pat, so you're saying you're the outlier on the smaller men?
Very much so.
It's amazing.
According to your study, I might as well be 6'11".
Go to Lad Bible and you can read more about it. Is you young men, you shorter men are really getting after it.
All horned up.
I'm happy for my short brethren.
By the way, I did not know that you are considered short by American standards at what height?
5'6".
That's what I would say.
5'7" and below. 5'7" and below, you're considered short by American standards at that point. By the way, I want to shout out one of our newest team members here at the Fanatic, Ray Dunn. Joined the team yesterday. You're going to be hearing from Ray, part-time producer, working here. Recent Temple Owl coming in. He's a Temple grad. Ray said that 1936 summer, other than the unbearable heat, where 3 of the hottest days ever recorded in the state of Pennsylvania were in a period of time, like in a 2-week period in 1936, he said the Phillies went 54 and 100 that summer.
Oof. And there was no air conditioning.
And no air conditioning.
I couldn't assume.
No, I would not have done.
I'm miserable even with the existence of air conditioning in that weather. I can't imagine no relief. What do? Take a cold shower? Jump in a creek?
You get a big block of ice and you sit on it.
Oh.
I can't even imagine. Yummy used to deliver the ice. My Uncle Yummy used to deliver the ice on the ice truck. So he worked for it, and then the guy who had the ice company truck would drive around, and then it was Yummy's job to bring it up to the porch.
The truck was probably cool.
So the guy who ran the truck had the best deal of all. He just has, he'd be able to do that. We have the next dilemma. So now there was a lot of gnashing of teeth. And complaints about what goes on with the Pete Rose celebration this weekend and whether they should be in it. So now we have the next landmine to worry about. And it's next summer. So next summer, I guarantee you the Phillies are going to have a celebration of the 1993 champions. So next year, you're going to have the 30th anniversary of that. And the reason I say that is because there was the 30th anniversary for the 1980 team. They had one, so there's most likely going to be a 30-year anniversary. So, is Curt Schilling welcome back?
I think that's a question for his teammates.
Is Lenny Dykstra welcome back?
Not in my book.
Yeah.
So what are the? I mean, what's
Lenny Dykstra is filth.
But what's the line now that we do as far as?
I would say filth.
So when you celebrate a team, you celebrate the members of the team that because if anyone, much like Pete Rose, Lenny Dykstra was one of the three most critical factors to that team getting to a World Series.
Yeah, he was their MVP. Him and Schilling probably.
So do you not invite the MVP back next summer?
Pete was there, they said, because the teammates wanted him there. I believe. I guess it's up to them. I have no interest from hearing, seeing anything to do with Lenny Dykstra. I think that dude is as low gets. And I'm good on celebrating him. I will not. Even though I loved that team at the time.
You'll celebrate the team accomplishment.
I was a dumb kid at the time and didn't realize exactly what that group of humans was, which was not the nicest bunch of men in the world.
Worst locker room collection of individuals I ever in my entire career have.
I want nothing to do with Lenny. I mean, if they bring him, fine. That's their decision. I'm not going to celebrate him.
What about Curt Schilling?
I have no real interest in celebrating him either. But he's less offensive, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's an individual thing. You know, like, are there still Curt Schilling fans or Lenny Dykstra fans out there? I don't know. I'm not this nostalgic guy, really.
So you're not?
No. So, bringing the 80 team back, you and I were alive during that, John,
sure.
During that. That was, one of the first, the Flyers were. But, seeing that championship team. I mean, Steve Carlton, I loved him. He was one of my favorite pitchers and all that. But whatever. It doesn't. Pete Rose is scum. And we made that decision. That's all I need to say about it. If Curt Schilling comes back and says something stupid or Lenny Dykstra, they're idiots, and that's all I'll give to it. If they don't say anything, good, and that's all I'll give to it. Like, it doesn't rule my day.
You can bring them out. They can walk out onto the field with their teammates. Don't stop putting microphones in front of these guys' faces and expecting something different. If you put a microphone or invited Lenny Dykstra up into the booth, guess what? I'll spoil it for you. You know what you're going to get. And they should have known with Pete Rose what you were going to get. And you got it.
And you did.
So don't act surprised when you get it.
So next year you can't have Dykstra on a microphone.
No. You can, if he wants to walk out with his teammates, fine by me. I'm not going to really.
Can you have Curt Schilling, or is it?
No.
Are politics coming into play?
I mean, Kurt's been opening his mouth for many years now. It's not always good what comes out of it.
I bet you half of his teammates would want to punch him, but he has a lot of.
Probably still has some friends.
He has still a lot of teammates on that team, too. So you just disinvite somebody because you don't like what they...
You can invite them. Don't put a microphone in front of them.
I think that
don't have the press talk to them.
97.5thefanatic.com and click on the events page and enjoy yourself some Corona premiere. So everyone knows the website, or it's not a website, the spot of Freezing Cold Takes. Have you ended up on Freezing Cold Takes in time?
Yes, I have once.
You have?
I forget the exact tweet, but it clearly wasn't good because I ended up on the site. I owned it. I rolled around in the poop and moved on. But, man, my replies exploded. That account yields some power.
Oh, it does?
You don't remember what you put?
I can't remember. I think it was something. No, not really. I think it was something about Ben Simmons being better, possibly than like a Giannis or something like that.
I called Manny Machado overrated and Jonathan Shoup the better prospect.
Well, I mean,
that's so much worse.
I'm going to just say I have long been an admirer of this site, and Fred Siegel joins us now, and are you the mastermind behind it, Fred? Would you say?
I would guess. I mean, no one else has been behind it.
No, I mean,
myself.
How'd you come up with the idea? By the way, welcome to the show. Because we've all been victim to it. I always considered myself one of the earliest adopters of this. I loved this. I love the site.
Yes.
I love the accountability.
Yeah, you definitely were one of the early people to latch onto the feed and give it some exposure. You definitely helped bring it to the forefront. I started it in 2015, essentially really as a counter to the sports media folks reposting their accurate predictions, along with self-congratulatory messages to themselves.
Oh, yes.
And I said to myself, someone should be the person who posts tweets and quotes that were these same media people turned out to be dead wrong. And I became that person.
I love the idea of it, Fred. I mean, it's great. And now you have a book that celebrates this, that is now available, and everybody can go grab the book right now and celebrate some of the greatest, faux pas that have ever occurred in sports media.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I didn't expect the feed to become big, but when it did, it eventually allowed me to write a book. This book, Freezing Cold Takes NFL, about historic NFL predictions going wrong. But I wanted to do something in longer form, not just post 140 characters or 280 character tweets where there's not really context behind what was said. And if I write something from the past, like from 2000, about something from 2000 or a quote that was made in 1995, it's good to post why someone would have said that at the time, why they would have thought that.
Now, Fred, you have almost 600,000 followers on Twitter now, which is amazing. Do you recall off the top of your head the most freezing cold take of all that got the most interaction, kind of put you on the map maybe a little bit, or kind of exploded?
Yeah, I think this one is my favorite. I think it's from 2014, but I posted it pretty quickly when I got the account. It was Colin Cowherd tweeted in 2014 that he just wrote, Dak Prescott will be a backup in the NFL, period, at tight end, period.
Oh, no.
Okay. It was during a game where Mississippi State was playing Alabama, and he was struggling during that game. So Colin made the assumption right away that Dak. I think it was his sophomore year too.
Who are some of the people that give you your most material? Like if you had a top 3 that you could throw out there, who would they be, Fred?
Can I guess, Fred? Can I guess one? Darren Ravel.
Well, no, not him because he's not really making any sports takes.
Oh,
he's really talking about business and stuff, and he's not really that predictive.
Okay.
He's not really saying, he does have a few things, but he sometimes will say this company is going to go out of business in 5 years if you don't come up with some sort of plan for social marketing or something like that. But that's really all that he gets. Now, it really all depends on how much documented takes there are. Like, a lot of guys from Fox Sports 1, everything they say, the media team will plaster it on the screen, and then you'll have it forever. Like guys like Colin Cowherd, but Skip Bayless, pretty much everything he says could end up on my feed. But I try to keep it to a minimum because you have to argue whether his takes are genuine, and I don't want disingenuous takes fluttering my feed.
Yeah, you have standards. That's good standards there.
Yeah, I mean, come on. I mean, if someone wants to get attention, then I'm not going to give them all that attention.
We got a lot of guys in the Philly market that live by that. They live for this.
There's one guy. I don't remember his name, but he's in a book. Yep. I have a whole chapter on Chip Kelly. Mm-hmm. When Chip Kelly became the coach of the Eagles, and after that first game in Washington, when they were up 23-3 at halftime, and Michael Vick had 1,000 yards already. The entire world was talking about how Chip Kelly was going to revolutionize the entire game of football, and the Eagles' offense were never going to be stopped.
Yeah, there you go.
And there was one guy who just really, really pushed it for Philadelphia.
And that'll be in there.
Journalist, but he's also on the radio.
Okay, good. We'll get that one.
Fred, it's not me.
But there's that guy, What's that guy, Elliot Shore Park?
Yeah, he's good for that.
Yeah, he's really good for that stuff.
He's bold. Really he's bold. I like bold.
I really hope that you don't have my Travis Fulgham is going to be a 1,000-yard receiver take in the book. I'm really praying to God you don't have that. But have you ever gotten some blowback by some people that don't find the fun in this and get really angry that you retweeted them?
Oh, yes.
Tons of people. They all block me. And then they block whoever tags me.
Really?
So if you tag under one of their tweets, like if they said something about a prediction about a team going to win the Super Bowl, and that happens sometimes where people tag under them right when they make the tweet. If you tag under me, then you'd be blocked too.
Oh my gosh!
That's why I'm blocked by Darren Ravel.
That is so petty.
I mean, he may have blocked me for something different, but so. That happens a lot. What's the NMLB guy, John Heyman?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He doesn't like me at all. He's
Fred. Where does
he's the one
where's everybody get the book?
You can get it online anywhere books are sold. Amazon.com. You can get it at Barnes and Noble, Borders, or you can order it if you go to my Twitter feed. The pinned tweet has a link right there where you can get it and order it, and it's on sale today.
Am I a believer then that since you did an NFL edition, that eventually there'll be an MLB edition? There'll be an NBA edition?
That's the thought process. I originally was going to write one about just all sports, but then I decided that it could be a better plan to write maybe one's about different sports. So I started with the NFL because it's the most popular sport. But that's really the plan.
I'm still fascinated. I'm always fascinated by media members who don't want to just own. We do a segment every week that Pat runs for us called Stand Pat, where pretty much Pat embarrasses us for dumb things that we did during the week, mistakes we made, stupid things we said, things like that. And we also on this show have the ledger of accountability, where Coach, our producer, writes down stuff that we say. Bob said yesterday, Bob, what was your one yesterday we put in the ledger? Coach, we put something in the ledger yesterday.
I said that Carson Wentz will never beat the Eagles in a meaningful game.
And I said, okay, that goes in the ledger.
That's a really tough one to say because Carson Wentz could play bad and the Eagles could lose to them. Like in the NFL, anything happens.
Yeah, it's weird.
The best team in the league loses to the worst team in the league one week, and then that same best team wins the Super Bowl.
We love to go back and sort of mock each other because we're not nice nice to each other many days.
We don't do that.
I mean, it's sort of how it works.
I usually send my own tweets to Fred.
Yeah, you can send them right to Fred.
I'll usually end up
a lot.
Yeah,
I'll mitigates the damages.
Yeah, I'll find my own bad takes and just be like, here you go.
Pat, do you think that you're going to get less ridicule because of the fact that you self-imposed? You went into the police station?
Yeah, a little bit.
That's awesome. Hey, Fred, we appreciate you being with us, and good luck with the book,
like
man.
A bad haircut. You make fun of your own bad haircut. That's what people are going to do.
When I have one day, I will make sure that I do that. Fred, we love you. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Good luck with the book.
So much.
There you go, buddy.
Thanks, Fred.
Get on in there. Fred Siegel joining us with his freezing cold takes. I love entrepreneurs and somebody who creates something out of nothing. That's brilliant. The whole thing's been brilliant. And yes, I can tell you Colin doesn't like it.
Sure.
I know for a fact he doesn't like it.
That cracks me up.
That's even funnier then.
I can't believe it. Who cares? You got something wrong.
It's not real life.
I was hoping that he named more names. But yeah, I mean, in our line of work, you're going to be wrong 50% of the time. You know, you can't be on the fence. Like, you have to take a side with a lot of things. So just own it.
Like, I mean, like to me.
The flood of mentions I got when I was on their handle.
Oh, me too.
Like he mentions Elliot. Elliot's very bold and very out there. But but the thing is,
unrealistic at times.
Yes, but the thing is, though, I think he owns it.
Clickbait.
Well, that could be.
When you keep running back to the well, it's different than owning it.
He's just dedicated. Yeah,
I mean,
he's
dedicated to the cause. But I mean, I just don't understand. I had people say to me, "Oh my gosh, why would you want to tell people what you got wrong? It hurts your credibility."
No, it doesn't.
I'm like, you're a talk show host, for God's sakes.
I think I said Ben Simmons was better than Giannis when Ben Simmons was a rookie or something. And it got old takes exposed right after Giannis won the title. and it was a bloodbath.
You said he was going to shoot 40% from three also.
No, let's not get crazy.
I remember.
But I got bodied. And I just owned it and, shut the notifications off.
Jamie,
disappeared.
Jamie, don't check Freezing Cold Takes feed right now.
Oh, no.
They have Jamie in a Freezing Cold Takes exposed that he's not the chair picker.
Then I believe
this is really this is getting exposed
Me
in
and Coach and Egan are having a Royal Rumble outside.
Get in there.
They're piling up evidence last break.
Get in there and have some fun.
It's going to be at the WrestleMania that it's going to be in Philly.
I think they have Heavy Chevy involved, too, with video evidence. Too, there could be trying to make their case.
You're going to make Heavy Chevy find a needle in a haystack? That poor kid, he works hard enough. Leave him alone.
All right, coming up.
Hang on a second. I just updated something I wanted to share with you.
What's that?
FanFest.
Yes?
They're going to line a bunch of office chairs up at FanFest, and people can sit down at FanFest with Jamie and pick the chairs apart.
Sounds relaxing. Chew the fat. Pick some chairs.
It's a VIP area.
Have an IPA.
Have a few drinks.
And pick the chairs.
Pick some chairs.
Oh, man.
Ridiculous.
I think we have a chair we can auction off, too. We can auction off, too. Hey,
you ain't going to get a lot for it, I don't think.
It
stinks.
The Phillies open up a series against an old nemesis. We got a half hour to go. Thanks for hanging out with us. The John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. If you're getting ready to move or if you want to organize that garage, Joe Amicone, or maybe your attic, or you want to remodel, why don't you get yourself the Bagster? The Bagster is by far the most convenient and affordable way to help with your cleanup. I bet your friends would come over to help you out. The Bagster is an amazing product. It's a 3-cubic-yard dumpster in a bag, and it's sold easily at Home Depot, Lowe's, and other home improvement stores, and it's only $29.99. The Bagster is so easy to use, even I can set it up. That's how easy it is. And whatever your cleanup plans are, whether you're cleaning out the garage, the attic, or remodeling, the Bagster can take it on. You go buy it, you go fill it, and then you schedule the collection, and it's gone. No time limit, so you work on your own schedule, and it's completely on demand. I want you to go to thebagster.com. Find the store nearest you, get some more details. Because I'm telling you this, you can clean it up for good with the Bagster. It's a dumpster in a bag.
The John Kincade Show.
I know that most people find his calm leadership to be a gentle, soothing beacon at a time of great social chaos.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Hey guys, Andrew. NFL Week 1 odds are out. It's time to try FanDuel Sportsbook. So get in on all of the action. New customers get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. And of course, you got to look at our birds. And I would love to go with the over in the win total. It's gone up from 8.5 to 9.5. I still say that they have double-digit wins. So take the over in the win total for the birds this season. Sign up using promo code Fanatic and place your first bet. And FanDuel will give you up to $1,000 back in free bets if you don't win. FanDuel is the official sports betting partner of the NFL. So download the app, sign up using promo code Fanatic, and get your no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. That's promo code Fanatic.
21 plus and present in PA. First online real money wager only. Refund issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
So, what's the score in your house? You know, from the epic thermostat battle that's been raging all summer. Secretly adjusting the thermostat when your partner wasn't looking to try and stay comfortable. It's time for a truce with special financing offers and rebates on a new high-efficiency heating and cooling system from Trane, including a whole house air filtration system to keep the air you breathe clean and safe. Visit Trane.com to find an independent Delaware Valley Trane Comfort specialist near you. It's hard to stop a Trane. Subject to credit approval.
93.3 WMMR presents Alice in Chains and Breaking Benjamin. Live in concert this summer with Bush, plus special guests. This Thursday at Freedom Mortgage Pavilion. Get tickets now at livenation.com. Alice in Chains and Breaking Benjamin, part of the Mattress Warehouse concert series.
Progressive Insurance protects people's cars, homes, and other vehicles. But if you've ever seen our commercials or even just heard our name, you probably already knew that. What you may not know is that we support Humble Design, a nonprofit that furnishes homes for families and veterans emerging from homelessness. Because a little help goes a long way. And a lot of help, well, you get the idea. Now, if you already knew all of this about Progressive Insurance, we're impressed. We'll have to find something else cool to tell you next time. Find out more about how we're dedicated to our customers and communities at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
If this were a Reese's TV ad, you'd be staring at a Reese's peanut butter cup. And sure, my voice is peanut buttery smooth, but still, you need to see the peanut butter cups, right? No? I can really just say Reese's and you'll go get some? Okay. Reese's. 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 Really working, actually. Reese's. Reese's. I'm on to something. Reese's. Reese's. Reese's.
Back to school shopping on a budget? Then Kohl's is the place to go. With the extra 20% off, I got my kids activewear for under $9 and jeans for $14.39. Plus, I found 2 for $20 character tees and got $10 off as a Kohl's Rewards member. More style and more savings? Check and check. Select styles, 20% offer ends August 14th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohls.com for details.
5X480. Dayton B100 V-Belt, one of the many parts Grainger carries. It's also the item that helped Rob carry the day. The job was on hold, deadline fast approaching, but a quick search on Grainger.com and Rob found his part. And with same-day pickup at his local branch, he and his crew got the job done, safely and on time. Get supplies and solutions for every industry with real-time product availability. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Is today your lucky day? You bet, because the new BetParks app is everything you want in a digital casino and sportsbook. It's easy to sign up, fun to use, and faster to win than ever before. And all new BetParks app users can choose between a $20 casino bonus or a $20 free sports bet. Which begs the question, is this the most rewarding casino and sportsbook betting app ever? You bet. BetParks. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. Pennsylvania and New Jersey only.
Are you a skilled and creative carpenter? If so, Valley Grove Construction is looking for you. We keep our carpenters engaged and motivated by doing a variety of work throughout the day. We strive to keep a safe and entertaining work environment, so our carpenters look forward to coming in each day. If you're looking to make top dollar and join a company that will truly value your talent, please apply today. That's valleygroveconstruction.com and click on the Join Our Team link. Apply today. We're waiting. valleygroveconstruction.com. That's valleygroveconstruction.com.
Want to hear a jingle? Yeah, neither do we. This commercial break is brought to you jingle-free by NJM Insurance. No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. Visit NJM.com to see if you could save up to 25% on your auto insurance.
Hello? Whether you're at home or on the go, listen to 97.5 The Fanatic on Odyssey on your smartphone, Roku, LG Smart TV, Waze, and more. That's Odyssey, A-U-D-A-C-Y. Check it out now.
Hey, guys, did you know that men are more likely to get type 2 diabetes at a lower weight than women? And men with diabetes are more likely to have low testosterone. In fact, over 70% of men with diabetes will develop ED. If you're a man with diabetes or often feel tired, schedule a free consultation and screening today at IronMountainMen'sHealth.com. Dr. Avidan Appel and his team will help verify whether testosterone therapy is the right solution for you. The specialists at Iron Mountain Men's Health have treated thousands of men for low testosterone, and patients see positive results within weeks. They gain muscle back, add to their energy, improve their sex lives, get better sleep, and feel better all around. So make your appointment today and see if testosterone therapy can change your life. Visit IronMountainMen'sHealth.com or call their office at 215-659-3770. That's 215-659-3770 and tell them I sent you. Iron Mountain Men's Health, the leader in men's sexual health.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
No, your radio's not broken. We sound like this on purpose.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
You know, Giant is hiring, Pat. That would be ironic. They're hiring non-CDL. Wow. They're hiring non-CDL drivers for Giant Direct.
Okay.
Based on experience, you can earn up to $21 an hour.
I do have experience,
which might be a slight increase.
The supermarket game,
plus tips. And considering the story we had earlier about shorter men and their skill sets, those tips might be pretty good. Hey, join the Giant team today. They're pretty awesome. Go to giantfoodstores.com, giantfoodstores.com.
Except for that robot. That thing's a bug out.
The Exton one is human. There's one.
Yeah, because it's developing feelings. It's going to kill us all one day.
No, it finds me. Every time I enter that one, it finds me. And then it likes your scent. No, it stands there and sort of watches me.
Soon it's going to start telling you to put lotion on.
Then move sideways. Well, a little bit. It's unbelievable. Phillies and Marlins start a series tonight.
Can't wait.
Phillies are 6-4 against the Marlins this year.
I missed them last night.
So did I.
Did really.
It's nice to have baseball back.
It's a great opportunity to continue the second half surge, but in the next 2 weeks, you get Alcantara, you get Scherzer probably twice, DeGrom, Bassett. The challenge is on. The Patsy pitching that you've been facing is pretty much over for at least a temporary period.
It's real.
We're going to see what happens in the next few weeks because we're going to find out how real this 2022 Phillies club actually is.
And we talked about it earlier. I got a great text from a friend. We talked about it earlier. Like Nola, I think his stuff is good enough this year that we're not going to see that September collapse, like August, September collapse from him, hopefully. But listen to these numbers. In 2018, Phillies were in contention, lost 16 of their last 22. In 2019, lost 9 of their last 12. In 2020, lost 7 of their last 8. Last year, lost 6 of their last 7. That like baseball, I say to you guys all the time, and I don't know if you agree with it or not, more to me in baseball, things are contagious than in other sports because you're playing it every night and you can get in these. I wonder if things like that carry over. We're talking about 4 or 5 straight years now that they finished horribly. Now, I don't want to put it in the stratosphere like, oh, let's think of this.
Well, people blamed it on Joe Girardi.
It's reality. Yeah, Girardi, I don't know, maybe they blamed Gabe. I don't know, James. I know you didn't.
I did. I blame Gabe for the collapses.
His teams were crap, and he got more than he should have out of them.
And somehow, just in the last third, though, they couldn't do anything.
Because the reality of the roster came to fruition.
And Joel Embiid always gets hurt.
But it didn't happen.
I mean, this is our life.
This year, the reality of the...
But his Giants teams were crap. The fact that he got 107 wins last year out of that team is amazing.
Rob Thompson took a 22-29 team, which lost its 2 best hitters.
Rob Thompson's great. I have no complaints about Rob
obviously
Thompson.
Much better than
Topper,
the last 2 managers.
Please, friends of him, call him Topper.
There you go.
Topper's great.
By the way, you want a backyard broadcast from 97.5 The Fanatic? We'd love to do it. We'd love to bring out the old team and have fun in your backyard. It's 97.5 The Fanatic's backyard broadcast. We'll bring the fun and games, mics and speakers. You just provide the backyard playground. Royal Billiard, they got their moving sale happening now, up to 50% off everything in the store. The Philly Pretzel Factory, the official soft pretzel of the Philly sports fan. And my friends at Landis Block and Concrete, creating a jaw-dropping outdoor paradise. Go to landisbc.com. The backyard broadcast.
That'll be fun.
It will be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Nice summer night, somebody's backyard, have a grill going.
And when I think backyards, Bob, I think Lawn and Golf Supply Company in Phoenixville. They're the outdoor area leaders in power equipment and seed and fertilizing.
Sounds good.
Think backyards, think lawn and golf.
I was just going to say I was going to bring my Cooney cornhole.
Well, on a great that was plot of land.
Right, yeah.
All right, I need to hit a certain musical note. A fun segment from the show hit its death this morning, and it will never come back. There will be no Connor outside this winter because Connor's too big to do it now.
He's big time, yeah.
So now
he's also tired today. I don't know if you guys.
Someone else on our team.
In what world?
Well, that'll be next to go. Don't throw anything else my way. Connor, absolutely 3 different requests. Would you be doing Connor outside this year? No. So it's up for grabs. Somebody else will do Connor outside.
Wow.
3 different times.
I'm not doing Connor outside or inside.
Wow, he made it in here tired.
Connor's going to be outside and his key card won't work. That's the reason he'll be outside.
It is. I don't know. I mean, do you think Colin Cowherd's crew says, no, Colin, we're not doing something? Connor outside has died a death. And we'll be looking. It may be Haley outside. It may be, look, we got youngster Ray Dunn now.
How about the Trax report with the D-Train?
Trax outside? In
Sounds
a
pretty
choo-choo
good.
train?
There's a lot of people. I think Connor's become so comfortable that he thinks he's irreplaceable.
Colin Giant.
He's very
I've
replaceable.
become comfortable because I've been inside for
Colin
6
Giant,
months now.
Giant is
This is
hiring
nice.
too, Pat. Giant is hiring. So he's going to have some
He's got
options.
Giant. He's got Amtrak. He's got a lot of options.
I didn't ask once. I asked 3 times.
Dylan's never tired either.
And my child could have told you.
Trains don't get tired.
Dad asked 3 times. Dad asked 3 times. This is the last time I asked.
You
This
weren't
is a fun
coal-powered,
segment.
baby.
You weren't exactly selling it with the coldest winter
wasn't.
in history
It's
talk.
going to be. It's going to be. It's going
like,
to
hey,
be fun.
you want to go?
It'll be fun.
What's your reasoning?
What do you mean my reasoning?
Well, why aren't you going to do a fun segment on the show? Why did you refuse?
The same reasoning when the segment started. I hate it outside, so you guys made me go outside.
You know,
Because
there's
that's
people
the
that
whole
actually
thing.
work outside,
I'm
right?
not
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Many
understand.
of our YouTube people, they
those
work
are
outside.
incredibly brave people, better people than me.
Well, it's going to be fun. Catch Connor on Sunday mornings.
Yeah. And only on Sunday mornings.
on Sunday
Inside.
mornings here in the Fanatic. Inside.
From the lovely inside.
There you go.
that hasn't
He'll
been
be
canceled
inside.
yet?
No, it's not yet. It won't keep.
Give it time.
But in what world will be next? Let's go to in the linchpin. Jamie's reading into things again.
This is the linchpin.
All right, I know I'm supposed to be rational and calm about this, but I'm going to be irrational because I think it's fun. I like these dream scenarios, pipe dream scenarios. In my mind, Russell Wilson can still be a target for the Eagles.
Oh, my gosh.
'Cause they're
Stop
gonna
it.
they're going to regret that next year. So, yesterday, Shams comes out with the report that Kevin Durant has not only requested a trade, he has drawn a line in the sand that said it's Sean Marks and Steve Nash, who he handpicked, mind you, go, or it's me that goes. Make up your mind, Joe Tsai, owner of the Nets. Joe Tsai later comes out with a tweet that says
Not like a half hour later.
Yeah, comes out with a tweet that says we stand by our front office and coaching staff. And ooh, baby, this is starting to get spicy. Now you ask, where's Kevin Durant been? He was at a party in L.A. last week with Ben Simmons. But the video I saw didn't look very cordial. It looked like Kevin Durant. And now, granted, it's a 10-second clip.
Why are they hanging out with each other?
They were at some
have to like
club.
it. They're hanging out
I
at a
don't
club
know. If you
together.
believe the Rick Bucher. It's a hard name to say.
It is?
Kinda. Because you want to say, whatever. That he dipped out on teammates in a group chat after Game 4 when they asked him to play. I would hate him too if I was Kevin Durant.
I just saw that. The fact that they're like, yo, are you going to play Game 4? And he goes,
I'm not going to be here.
Like, that's amazing.
So after he hangs out in L.A., he heads to London. I hear you're from London town with James Harden for the first Travis Scott concert since that Houston disaster where people got stampeded. So James Harden, Kevin Durant, hanging out in London over the weekend, and Monday he refiles his claim with the Nets to move his ass out. Now, I know people are going to say, Jamie, shut the hell up.
Come on, Jamie.
You're thinking too much about this.
You are.
That's it. That's a crumb trail, my friends.
You're talking crazy, Jamie. Keep doing it.
It's a crumb trail. The two of them, because people, why would Durant want to play with Harden again? He clearly didn't want him in Brooklyn. Yeah, they hate each other so much they're hanging out in London, going to Travis Scott shows, being best friends, maybe getting some ice cream afterwards.
That's what best friends do.
That's what we did, Pat, in Vegas.
And then the next day, he says, get me out of Brooklyn or get the rest of your squad out. A man can dream. A man can dream.
I think you're dreaming.
Oh, I admit it's a dream.
It
doesn't mean it's not possible.
Sometimes dreams become reality.
Sometimes.
Yes. And please don't anyone out there say you don't want KD.
Stop
it.
He is kind of a lot to
handle.
handle.
What would Anthony say about Kevin Durant?
Like a bitch.
I mean, seriously,
he's a handful.
He handpicks everybody, and then when it falls apart, when he sucks at being a GM, when he sucks at constructing a team, he wants to throw the blame on other people. When he doesn't like the coach anymore, who he handpicked, he blames other people. You made the mess, Kevin. Why are you running from it?
He's a handful.
You created it.
He's also one of the best basketball players ever.
You here and create championships.
But he doesn't have to create this team.
Yeah, but he doesn't have the ability to create championships at quick.
He's walking into a ready-made product.
He doesn't have to create anything.
So he can do that, which he
That's
did
how
there.
he wins.
That's how he won.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the only way the guy wins. stepping into a situation where there's already something great.
Yeah.
And he can just contribute.
Hey, I don't care.
Yeah, if that's here,
Use
I don't
me.
give a damn.
Yeah, use me.
Wow.
I'm
yeah.
like a dirty girl.
Yeah.
Like one of your French girls.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I'll
paint
be
me.
used.
Yeah.
Let's paint me like that.
I'll put on some pasties, no problem.
I mean, the timeline of this is
It's not good.
it's hilarious.
You want Tyrese Maxey gone from
No,
this
I
team?
don't want him gone.
Well, he's going to be.
If
Kevin Durant comes to town, he's gone.
No, you have Hand. He wants out of there.
Yeah, but he's going to get better offers than if you don't come with Tyrese Maxey, some other team's going to have a better
Celtics can
offer.
up you.
Come
but,
on.
But I don't know if they do that.
The
I don't know
Celtics
either.
could
He's a
absolutely
handful.
one up you.
Yeah. I mean,
Make him our problem.
look, it's like at most a 5% chance he ends up here.
Please.
But the timeline of things is hilarious. Partying with Harden all weekend, Monday morning, get me out of Brooklyn again. Yeah?
And he was smacked down.
Well, publicly.
Totally smacked.
He also left himself an out, Joe Tsai did, where he said, well, we'll do the best, what's in the best interest of the Brooklyn Nets.
They're not going to be bullied into doing anything, and it's not going to be now.
Yeah, what's in the best interest of the Brooklyn Nets is not keeping your superstar hostage if he's miserable.
No, the best thing in their interest is to get the best deal possible.
And he wants to coach out.
He wants to pay.
Who he picked.
It's unbelievable. Jamie, you loved it, and thanks for the heads up, because I had to pet a text yesterday to Mark Schlereth. I said, put it in the books, Stink. We're going to need you the week leading up to the Eagles opener. Mark Schlereth will join us there. He's working the opening game, him and Adam Amin. Right?
Yes.
Doing that. They're the broadcast team again. They're considered the third team.
Yes, that's
with
what
Fox.
it looks like. Fox yesterday came out with because there's a lot of shifting in the NFL broadcasting landscape this year, like big changes, as in Troy Aikman and Joe Buck are no longer with Fox. So Fox announced their teams yesterday. Just wanted to buzz through them, and we can kind of give our thoughts. The top team for Fox is now Kevin Burkhardt, Greg Olson, Aaron Andrews, and Tom Rinaldi. Tom Rinaldi loves making grown men cry.
I was going to say, that's depressing.
Yeah, I don't appreciate that on Sundays.
Andrews and Rinaldi will be on the sidelines, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And then Olsen, who he was okay.
He skyrocketed it up,
I
right?
think he did really
Yeah,
well.
I liked him a lot.
Yeah, I liked him.
I think Kevin really sets him up well.
He's got to wear white shirts, though.
Because of the sweat?
He gets the sweat going.
He gets the sweat
Doesn't look good on
stains.
dark shirts.
That's all right.
Jamie, he's one of your brothers.
That's
Okay. Sweaty beast. I like it. The second team is a guy named Davis, and I don't have the first
It's
hand.
the Joe Davis, who is the Dodgers broadcaster.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, I've heard him.
He's sort of being groomed as the
Kevin Burkhardt.
also too as the sort of the Joe Buck mold, where it's a baseball guy and then a football guy and then do all
Gotcha.
that. And he's very good to work with, from what I've heard.
He's with Moots Johnson and Pam Oliver. Then the third team is Adam Amin, Stink, Mark Schlereth, and a lady whose last name is Pink.
Christina Pink.
Okay. Didn't know that one. You're going to know all these
She's
people.
been doing games for years.
Yeah.
Christina Stink is her name?
Pink.
Oh, Pink. I thought you said Stink.
Then it goes to
Stink works with Pink.
right, not
Okay.
Marv Albert, but it's Albert,
Kenny Albert.
Kenny, Vilma, and a lady named Spake.
Shannon Spake.
How do you know all these people? You're sick. And then you get into the real doldrums.
Dick Stockton?
Kugler.
Kevin Kugler.
Come on, James.
Seriously?
What's wrong with you?
I have no idea who that is either. I'm not going to pretend to know.
Yeah, I didn't know that one. Kugler.
They're just finding people at Home Depot.
Mark Sanchez and Lauren Oakman.
Laura Oakman.
Names are not my strong suit, guys. I don't know if you're just learning
so why
this
are
about
you doing this
Jamie, how do
segment?
you not know the fifth broadcasting crew? And you work in sports?
And then the final crew, if this one ends up on an Eagles game, just put it on mute. Chris Myers, Robert Smith, and Haley, some woman with the last name Hale.
Wait a minute. Haley's
Haley Taylor.
already. Wait a minute. Haley fills
gone.
in 1 week for Heavy Chevy doing the YouTube, and now she's doing NFL on Fox.
She's not the first woman to work at this place and think of us as a stepping stone. Let's just say that.
Could very well be.
And then you got Mike Pereira and Dean Blandino as the official that nobody really cares to hear from.
Yeah.
Yep.
The ref over analysis thing has become something in broadcasting I'm good with.
Well, it seems forced.
Yeah. It's like, oh, we got him here. What do you think about this one? Well, unless it's conclusive evidence, I think the ruling is right.
Bob,
Great.
Earlier in the show, we let Jamie and Pat get all the accolades and all the fun. The Philadelphia Phillies were kind enough to help us put some people in the stands for Thursday afternoon's 105 Business Person Special. And if you want to attend the game, 5 lucky winners will go to the game on Thursday afternoon, courtesy of Bob Cooney and John Kincade, and, of course, the very generous Philadelphia Phillies, who are great brand ambassadors in the community to get their message out. And they realize many of their fans do listen to this show, especially the ones like under 40. So it's great. We appreciate them. 215-263-0975. 215-263-0975. 5 different winners are going to get a pair of tickets to go see the Phillies take on against the Marlins on Thursday afternoon, courtesy of the Philadelphia Phillies and Bob Cooney.
It's going to be a beautiful day, too. We're talking like 82 degrees, Andy.
Hi,
it's going to be
Andy's
gorgeous.
In.
What's up?
Hi, Andy.
How you guys doing?
Andy, think of all the things you did to build your career. Think of all the things you did to build that career.
Yeah,
Both of them.
Did a lot.
All the things you were willing to do.
Yeah, it's like sit outside in the cold.
Connor's already gotten 2 big time.
Yeah, I know. It's a shame, man. You know, I remember when Connor first started here, and I was training him, and how starved he was.
Like a puppy.
Yeah, he was starved. He was ready to go, and now he's just like, nah, I'm not doing that, bro.
I'm not doing that. I asked 3 times.
Yeah, it's a sin, and there are other people here that are ready to go.
They'll be ready to do it and get the exposure, so we will have new...
Hell, I'm still hungry. I'll come in early.
Wow.
To do Tunis outside.
Tunis outside. Right. Now, I don't want to take away from what your prep for Anthony's show, though, in the pre-show meeting.
Yes.
I don't want to be preempting that.
It's important. Maybe we could do a 3-way call. I could be on, you guys on the hotline, have Anthony on, too. And then he can give the traffic. He can give the traffic report.
Anthony's weather reports, I'd love to hear.
What are our chances of getting Anthony outside? You know, I mean, we could do that.
Anthony in the car outside.
He doesn't really like the cold, but he does enjoy being outside every once in a while.
On the phone. I'm out on the stand.
His dream is to do remotes just outside all the time.
I would
like random places. We were talking about yesterday. Like he would want to do it somewhere in the city, like a random street corner.
On a street corner, do it.
I think that would be an awesome idea. Outside a random corner bar.
They're like,
gosh, put me at 12th and Fitzwater.
Just not on the street corner.
That's right. That's exactly right.
No, I think he literally wants to do this.
It's not very safe right now to be doing that in Philly.
No, but it's anywhere where there's no grass. He doesn't like grass.
He does not like grass.
No,
concrete. He was complaining about his yard again the other day.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
So, I mean, did you hear anything this morning that compelled you, or are you just totally engrossed on making sure the Cuz radio today, in Anthony's absence, is entertaining and fun?
First off, I do listen every day during the drive-in.
I appreciate that.
I love the Old Takes Exposed guy.
Isn't that great?
I
Fred
do.
Siegel, great dude.
I love what he did, and Jamie, I didn't even realize that you brought up. He's 600,000 followers on Twitter. Like that's crazy. Just pointing out people that are wrong, and it is great because he's right. There are a lot of people that pat themselves on the rear end when they're right about something.
You mean people that take themselves too seriously in this industry?
Yeah.
Wow.
But then there's also us who do it. Like, hey, I said last week that cha-ching, because a lot of it's betting, right? But no, I think it's cool that he does that, and it's cool that he has a book. Like something, I don't know what his life was before the book. You guys talked to him. I mean, I don't know what he was doing before the book. Did he just kind of start this Twitter account?
He fell into this.
Yeah, I mean, that's awesome. Like, I've always kind of been jealous of the people that just fall into something.
And by the way, this is truly a monetized venture now. He's found ways to make it a side hustle. I love Egan's side hustle. Every time I see one of those magnets, I think of Egan in the side hustle.
Damn right, man.
That's right.
That's my wake and cake daughter over there.
By the way, the legendary Market Street Grill in Westchester.
Yeah.
Right up as you go to the cash register.
It's my favorite place to go in Westchester.
Was it a Pat Egan or one that was...
No, it looks like a Pat Egan one.
No, because the team kind of hijacked it.
No, it looks like a Pat Egan one. That is wrong, by the way.
No, they stole food out of my kid's mouth.
That's a bastardization.
And they put the Eagle symbol on it so it looked official.
Yeah.
We all know where it came from.
Weak. Pat Egan came up with it.
Absolutely.
Good job, Pat.
Still available.
Got that. Great spot for breakfast, too, by the way. Really fun. So what are we talking about today on Cuz Radio?
Well, Anthony's at camp today, so I'm going to have some fun with that because Anthony...
Is he calling in?
Yeah, he's going to call in at some point.
He's going to be so excited.
Yeah, he'll be on his phone. He's going to be all giddy, and he always says that he could be like GM and actually take over. So I kind of want to have fun with that. Like if you were GM for a day.
I like that.
And what you could do, and then or if you can like have a conversation. Like if you went up to Chuck Fletcher, like what would you say right now? Like,
I would.
You could say whatever you want. You could say whatever you want.
Why are you still here?
You're not going to get slapped. You're not going to have security. You're not going to have nothing. Like you one-on-one with Chuck Fletcher, you can say whatever you want.
I would say, Chuck, walk me through not having enough flexibility to sign Johnny Gaudreau.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, stuff like that.
Walk me through what was the hang-up.
What is your game plan?
It was too much work.
Why did you think hanging on to JVR was a good idea?
Did you guys hear Guy Gaudreau, by the way? Did Bob tell you that?
No.
At the end of when we were on the road,
I heard he was picked up on
Fridays
Mike.
ago.
Yeah.
He knew it.
He knew.
He said it. He said, yeah, they didn't want him, or they didn't make an effort for him.
They didn't make the effort.
Like, that's great to hear.
I told
from the kid's father.
From the kid's father. Yeah.
I had a very good source say that they had the Flyers made no ambition to it, did nothing for it, and I didn't want to believe it. And then Johnny Gaudreau, at the end of your interview, walking off in the microphone, made it clear that was absolutely the case. The Flyers were never in on him.
No,
ever.
That's ridiculous too. I mean, you're a dying franchise.
And I got told that, and I said it in this room, and we were like, "That can't be true."
It can't be true.
Right?
But no, it is.
It was.
It is apparently, and now they're a team that I've said that they're not even on the back burner anymore. They are now the crumb in between the stove and the counter.
I like that. That's pretty good.
Yeah, they're not even on back burner anymore, man.
Listen to more today. It's going to be on Cuz Radio. It'll be Andrew Saltunas.
Football.
And then who's that other guy who's going to be on with you today?
That's Tom.
I guess he's going to be rest in peace, Connor outside. Hey, support life-saving cancer research. Join us and our generous partner, Pierce Phelps Bryant Heating and Air Conditioning. Make a donation today to the American Association for Cancer Research. Go to 97.5thefanatic.com/AACR because cancer research saves lives. We look forward to a big Wednesday that includes Adam Schefter joining us and a member of the Philadelphia media submitting a listener-suggested segment for us. It's all going to be fun. Hang out with us tomorrow morning. We'll be here at 6. Have a great, great Tuesday, everybody. Want to tell you that Window Nation's back-to-school sale's going on right now, too, and I don't want you to miss it. You can get 2 free windows for every 2 that you buy. Plus, you're paying nothing and no interest until 2025. Are you kidding me? I'm lowering my energy bills for 2 winters, 2 summers, and I'm raising the value of my home with new energy-efficient windows from Window Nation. I'm getting an A+ in savings, and I don't pay anything? No money down, no interest, no payments until 2025? That's amazing. What if I told you the company's got an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau? Done. What if I told you their average installer has over 16 years experience? Done. If you need vinyl windows, finished. Wood finished. Fiberglass windows, they got it for you. Go do your window shopping online at windownation.com. Then call them at 866-90-NATION. That's 866-90-NATION. Tell them Kincade sent you.
The John Kincade Show.
Oh, geez, look at the butt on that. Yeah, he must work out.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
In order for small businesses to thrive, they need to be smart, efficient, agile, staying ahead of the market at every turn, and finding ways to do more with less. That's never been more important than it is right now. So for a limited time, Comcast Business is introducing Small Business Savings, a deal for companies across the country. When you call in now, you can get powerful internet for just $39 a month for 12 months. $39 a month. With no annual contract and a money-back guarantee. All on the largest, fastest, reliable network for small businesses. With the company that powers more businesses than